Yeah. King of New Jersey, my nigga.
It is your boy JD Kiss, you know what I mean? Right now with Chris John. Shout out to Camden, New Jersey, all my niggas out there. Let's get right into it. Yeah.
BTBTV. Chris John, man. You're born, let's get him, man. Yeah. Yeah. Right now, I'm playing. Used to get busy with them guns in my hand. 4-5 all black now with a grand in my pocket and beef cool as a fan. BTBTV, we're not playing. Y'all just talk, we back it up and down. Sideways, F what y'all saying. We Kyrie and Kanye. This a boss talk, so you clowns should just fly away. Hop on the bridge, throw your frame off the highway. This not a game, this is business, this my way. Real talk, your opinion is nothing to us. We gon' stay on chill, long as y'all don't violate. But it's not fair. We could be cool or your worst nightmare. We the best, I swear. And you could be my friend or enemy, I don't care. And you better be aware. Cause we coming for the whole pie and we don't share. No, it just ain't fair. But we the best, I swear. We the best, I stay up in the mix. A project politics, my mood kinda sick. Name well known from the hood to the sticks. 100 on the highway, flying so fast, burn the gears when I shift. Some people get dirty, your name, what shoes you gave them. Broke your back for them and they got the nerve to play you. Kick rap store or push to shove my way through. Bum rush the kitchen, put my floor up on the menu. The jealousy be hitting up in jokes. That's why I stay serious like David Banner turned in the Hulk in pure form like the Pope. Haters get infrared beams with the scope, so run and get ghosts. We fight good, boxed in like Floyd on the ropes. I'm the great black hope. Man, we the team and they know it coast to coast and it just ain't fair. We could be cool or your worst nightmare. We the best, I swear. And you could be my friend or enemy, I don't care. And you better be aware. Cause we coming for the whole pie and we don't share. No, it just ain't fair.
Yo.
We the best. If you with us, put your lighters in the air. No, it just ain't fair. BTBTV.
Yeah, I'm saying this where it's dressed is sports channel. Facts, bruh. Salute to you, bruh. We in here, man. You know, so we're gonna start it off with my boys roll up through. So we gonna get it popping. My boy Matt. Yo.
Salute, boy.
What's up, salute? There we go.
Hey, yo, this your boy Bush Mob.
Chat.
I can't believe I'm learning how to get tone.
Southeast and Rick Ross. Oh shit.
Oh yeah. I'm about to play the other one, bruh. Don't even worry about it. I got some 40 niggas.
Okay.
Nah, I'm playing one of my classes, bruh. I play one of my classes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Play one of the classes, bruh. Hold on. Yeah, we about to get to it, y'all. Give me 1 second, man. Gotta go through. Gotta find. Usually my songs be right in order, man.
Yeah, I'm in no gang like ooh. What's all this commotion? Grown men gossip like females, ooh. Making moves, ain't gon' lose. Mama ain't raised no fool. I'm my own gang, do my own thing. I'm my own man, nah, I ain't you. Cuz just hit me on the line, say he up in the city, said Nick come through. He from Philadelphia, they're known as Philadelphia. They the fam nothing new. I ain't got too much emotion to feeling for those trying to mess up my mood. From a place with a beef on fire, Campton East Side, ain't nothing new. Remember nights when we used to do crime. We dropped down, so no we knew. If we got caught, we did not rap. We rather lay flat before we ever told. Cause loyalty still mean a lot to me, even though places on earth is a zoo. Think politics and presidency gon' save me. Man, I think God ain't nothing like you. We don't smoke the fire, we don't die. We done seen war and survive. And we done got bold with the vibe. But gang, all y'all tough, ride. We ain't trying to run, we outside. If you ain't God, don't play us no mind. Cause we do not recognize those who are faking. We militant, we don't play online. I'm on no gang like ooh. But soulless commotion, grown men got like females. Making moves, ain't gon' lose. Mama ain't raised no fool. I'm on game, do my own thing. I'm my own man, now I ain't true. I kill them with bars, I get them with truth. But they call me frivolous, ooh. I do not beef on computer. I am the fool. Don't know I'm nothing like you. Every day I am on guard, but I cannot call. Who real or who faking my crew? I just know the back door isn't heavy, so I keep my eyes on everything that I see move. Some call it rude, but I'm calling militant vibe. We do not smile, refuse to go back and forth on computers. And we are too smart to act like we don't notice. Some notice the flaws like Nas. Data give me the cosign, along with my rhymes or crack. Say come back and see him when I was completed. I'm gonna make it your time. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm floating on cloud 9. We protect the heavenly. Mama, don't worry about me dying. God got me on fine, believe. Don't mind me. I'm floating on cloud 9. We protect the heavenly. Mama, don't worry about me dying. God got me on fine, believe. Yeah, I'm a no gang like ooh. What's all this commotion? Grown man got like females, ooh. Making moves, ain't gon' lose. Mama ain't raised no fool. I'm my own gang, do my own thing. I'm my own man, now I ain't true. You know that gang, no gang.
Yo, first of all, let me say peace to the 5% nation, the guys and nerfs. Salam alaikum, alhamdulillah, rahmatullah, to all the true Muslim brothers and sisters in the building. The King of New Jersey, along with the Mac Mizzle Show, Cross, aka the plug will be up soon. And yo, we ain't no Bloods or no Crips, we doing our own thing. BTV has started his own thing. Like, nigga, what?
Yeah, let's get it.
Yo, right now, man, like since King New Jersey, man, and yo, all you think people that say that Reggie Wright Jr. is a cop, so he can't rap. How you gonna be a cop selling drugs, orchestrating
He's a dirty
hits?
cop.
He's a dirty cop, so he's not a civilian no more.
Nope.
He's not a civilian, so he's a fucking rat.
Yep.
You gotta live by the street code once you cross that line. Now you're a fucking rat. So yes, Reggie Wright, he testified at the grand jury hearing. He testified saying there was a bunch of Bloods, a Crip. He testified all the Bloods that work for Def Jam. For Death Row. He testified all the Crips that work for P. Diddy.
Right.
He even tried to testify. And one of the things he said that Suge Knight killed Tupac. He said that in an interview before.
Yeah,
Jay Reed, you ain't no cop. You ain't no cop. You was a motherfucking sellout. That's yeah. Remember that, Jim? Yo, that nigga was Jay Reed.
For real. Yo, you didn't hear what?
Behind the bar. I understand, bro. You blowing up. You getting your shit popping now, bro. I like that. I see you, bro. I see you. You take some of your big brother arm and did your thing. I appreciate you, bro. But let me tell you something, bro. It's always a code. Any nigga says it's not a code has never been a street nigga.
For real.
Any nigga that says it's not a code has never been a street nigga. Has never put no work in the street. Has never seen family members get hurt. People that you know love to get hurt. And you had to bear down, bite that bullet, handle that shit yourself because the police ain't gonna handle it anyway. An unsolved black murder is an unsolved black murder to these fucking cops. As long as you're murdering these crackers. Let's keep it popping, man. Yo, but check this out, man. I want to let y'all see something real quick, man. I'm going to tell me what y'all think of this shit. This is, man.
Yeah, you got to check out what Ice-T said about the whole thing, too.
What Ice-T said about it?
Your webinars,
wasting
tons of time troubleshooting with attendees.
Timing don't add up, you know, why they take so long to
distribution Mr. Davis had. Yeah, he was at the highest ever there is. I mean, he trafficked drugs across the United States. How do I know this? Because in our gang unit,
We only really dealt with shootings and murders, so we didn't have the manpower or the time to deal with someone like Keefe at this level. So during my time in the gang unit, we were contacted by several agencies like the FBI and the DEA who wanted intelligence on Mr. Keefe D, and they told us that he was trafficking narcotics across the country and they were going to investigate it. Is it fair to say in 1997, you guys executed another search warrant on Mr. Davis's residence? Yes. And then in that 1997 residence, did you find a ceased bill or request of payment from the Monte Carlo Hotel? Yes. The Monte Carlo Hotel here in Vegas. Yes. And what was the reason that you seized that? Because it was relevant to the Tupac investigation? Yes. Now, this section of the grand jury transcript, we actually hear from the Compton police, and they give a real lowdown on Keefe D. They said Keefe D was one of the biggest drug traffickers in California, period, and he was running drugs to New York. This same person that he was running drugs to New York was the same one who provided the weapon to shoot Pac. So it's crazy. Make sure you watch the whole video. It's around 30 minutes. I cut all of the parts out. It also gives an insight on the gang life. It also gives insight on Keefe D's nephew, Orlando Anderson, how he had a rise to fame or a rise to fame as far as the gang life go. It also talked.
Now, I'm trying to hear now. I showed that little part right there. We can go back there. I want y'all to see this right here. On the infamous. Here we go right here. Here we go, y'all. Bomb first up there.
Infamous got him thing from Michael Moore, who did security for you. He had gotten on a documentary at one point and said that he had heard over the two-way radio in Vegas somebody say the words "got him." Can you speak on that?
Yeah, I remember I had tried to break that down when I was preparing to do my lawsuit against the documentary and the people. And what he claimed to happen, the Nextel radios wasn't even able to do at the particular time. But that's either here or there. We were inside of a nightclub, Club 662, when he allegedly heard this over the radio. Some people say that he said, I said it. Some people say that it was a voice and it sounded like a white guy that said it over my radio. But y'all listen to what y'all hero like to say, or what he said about being inside of a nightclub.
Do you remember what she was saying when she was at that table, or you don't?
No. It was so much. It was loud, brother, the music and everything. I don't know what she was saying.
Okay. So y'all heard what y'all hero say for you? Because the ones that generally supports me and believe in and comprehend and understand, y'all pretty much know that it's impossible to hear anything inside of a nightclub with the music blasting and playing loud. So how, even if you're standing right, man, I've been whispering, talking in girls' ears, and they probably didn't.
All right, you heard that, right? Now let's see what he told the grand jury just recently. The grand jury that indicted Keefe D. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, right here, yo. Now let's see what he told the grand jury. Listen, y'all, let's see what he told the grand jury. And then we'll go back to that shit. Cross the boss, what's up? We didn't see you in the building, bro.
Wayfair
Salute, y'all.
Salute, bro.
Shortly after.
Here we go, y'all.
You understand?
Are you?
This fair use right here, man.
YouTuber? Here's how you can grow your YouTube following. Even if you...
You know what I'm saying?
Here we go, y'all. All right, here we go.
Are you sick of having issues with your webinars, wasting tons of time on troubleshooting with attendees?
One day I'm paying for no commercials.
Still radios wasn't even able to do at the particular time.
While I was working at 662, I heard something over the Nextels that we all carry for security. And what I heard was, got him.
But
I remember that. Yeah.
and interestingly enough, when Reggie the Wright Jr. testified for the grand jury, he said that the Nextel radios had the walkie-talkie feature as well as a phone radio. When he's saying that Frank Alexander didn't contact him. Look. Boom. Got him again. This guy is a compulsive liar. He cannot be trusted. His credibility is zero. He lied. This is the truth right here. These are the facts. He went in front of the grand jury and stated something that he had adamantly denied over the last 27 some odd years. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. It's your boy Delray Richardson, platinum artist, platinum songwriter, Straight Game TV. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your time. Do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button notification. Also subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And like I always say, if you want to be one of the first people notified when I please do me a favor. Testify in the Keefe D grand jury or in front of the Keefe D grand jury when he's clearly said over the years that he was at Club 662. In the grand jury, when Reggie the Wright Jr., like I said, hence the reason why I call him a rat, you see what he likes to do. He likes to testify and signify and meddle and things that have nothing to do with him from that perspective or that he has no knowledge of. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. So I just got a glimpse of the grand jury testimony in regards to the Keefe D situation and where the charges were brought up, right? Over the years, we've heard Reggie the Wright Jr. Deny that he was anywhere in the vicinity in regards to when Suge and Tupac got shot. He didn't know anything about what happened, right? And like I said, he said he went to the hospital later, and then that's when he found out what was going on, if you will, right? But all of a sudden, in 2023, Reggie the Wright Jr. name pops up as one of the people, should I say, who testified in front of the grand jury involving the Keefe D situation, if you will. But what could he possibly offer when he's told everybody numerous times he wasn't there? He wasn't at the hotel at the MGM Grand. He wasn't at the Luxor where Tupac was staying at. He was nowhere to be seen from that perspective. So why is it that Reggie the Wright Jr. would be testifying in the Keefe D grand jury that ultimately indicted Keefe D? You got to think about that for a minute. And then after, or all along, Reggie the Wright Jr. has been telling the whole world that he predicted that Keefe D would be arrested, right? But as you look right here, it seems like Reggie the Wright Jr. knew what was happening after he had claimed he didn't know what was happening. You see it right here. He called his father and said that, read it. Amazing. Right? So when you think about everything that we've learned so far in regards to that situation, the lies that have been told by Reggie the Wright Jr., the numerous lies, right? And him telling Frank Alexander as well as Michael Moore to not carry their guns that night, right? This is so disturbing that you need to take a second look at everything that happened now when you think about this situation, right? Then you hear Reggie the Wright Jr., and I didn't focus on this enough, but Reggie the Wright Jr. went on Vlad and said that Russell Poole got it right in regards to Suge Knight killing Biggie. Think about that for a minute. Think about that for a minute. How would Reggie the Wright Jr. know that Russell Poole got it right? I wouldn't be able to make that kind of assumption based on hearing somebody talk about something if I didn't have any prior knowledge or inside knowledge in regards to that situation. Think about it. You could tell me something, you could, tell me some information about something, and I can automatically say by listening to
Peace
you,
to
well, yeah,
God.
man, you got
Lord in the
that
building.
story right. How would I know? You understand what I'm saying? And then now, as you see, the paperwork shows that Reggie the Wright Jr. name pops up as one of the people testifying for the Keefe D grand jury. But the crazy part about it is he offered nothing. And when Suge just recently did his interview with TMZ, Reggie did a live stream, and where he said that Suge Knight, listen to this. This is the audacity of this guy, Reggie the Wright Jr. He did a live stream basically saying that Suge Knight was trying to make himself a part of the case in regards to Keefe D. Can you believe this guy? Suge Knight was in the car with Tupac when they were fired upon, right? He is a central part of this case, whether he wants to involve himself on the legal side or not. So anything that Suge Knight would say on or off the record is or should be accepted because he is a central part of the case, period. He was at the MGM Grand. He participated in, the situation that went on. He was in the car with Tupac, when they got, like I said, when they got shot upon, right? But Reggie the Wright Jr. would turn around and say that because Suge Knight spoke to TMZ and said what he said, that he was trying to muddy up the case. Amazing. Y'all not really paying attention to what's going on. And like I said, once again, when you think about the bigger picture about what happened involving Keefe D and Reggie the Wright Jr. making or saying that he's made all of these predictions, and he told, I told y'all it was gonna happen, blah 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 blah. Oh, now we know why you knew it was gonna happen, because you were the one of the people, right, who said you weren't there, who said you was at Club 662.
We were inside of a nightclub, Club 662, when he allegedly heard this over the radio. Some people say that he said I said it. Some people say that it was a voice and it sounded like a white guy that said it over my radio.
Whom Michael Moore said he heard on your radio somebody come over the radio and say, got him, right? how can Reggie the Wright Jr. testify involving Keefe D's grand jury when he wasn't there? What does he know? And when you do a grand jury, testimony, they don't really do hearsay. That they don't. None of that stuff is really admitted into court. So when you think about it, it's like, what did Reggie the Wright Jr. have to offer? Absolutely, positively nothing, right? But I will tell you this, as I've told you before. What Reggie the Wright Jr. has not testified to is the fact that, once again, he failed to protect Tupac and Suge on September 7th, 1996. Right? And that's what he should have testified to. If you're going to testify to something, testify to the fact that you were a failure that night. Testify to the fact that you were in your feelings that night. Testify to the fact that you were negligent that night. Testify to the fact that you totally disregarded a suggestion, or should I say an order from your boss that night. But no, the only person that wanted to be centrally involved with this Keefe D case was Reggie the Wright Jr. And he's been doing the same thing for years. Like I said, you know as well as I know, if you listen to him over the years, I wasn't there. I was at Club 662. I was on the door. I was doing this.
Y'all tell me what y'all think of that, man, before we go to the Bodyguard. What y'all think of that?
Yeah, Reggie always say he wasn't there, and now he got all types of shit to say about it. You know what I'm saying?
How you gonna testify saying you wasn't there, and you said the two-way radios didn't work? So we'll say the two-way nights and the two-way radios work, because back then the next cell phone two-way did work, man.
It did work, eh?
Yeah, I had a Nextel.
But I had to.
Yeah.
He's just full of it. He's just full of lies, and deceit. So if he wasn't there, he ain't really got shit to say about it. All he did was, like he said, he was being negligent.
Well,
the bodyguard,
He got mad. Here we go. Now here go Michael Moore.
Why did he get mad though? For real?
Because Tupac said he didn't want him on detail. He said just leave old boy on my detail. Alexander and Michael Moore. He's want Frank Alexander and Michael Moore on detail. That's it. He didn't trust Reggie. Now here go Michael Moore right here, y'all.
What we were supposed to do after I changed clothes, I was supposed to meet up with Frank and Tupac at the MGM Grand. But I knew that not to be true because I was instructed to go somewhere else.
Who instructed you to go somewhere else?
Mr. Wright.
Okay. We know that K-Dub and Trevon were part of the entourage when Tupac was shot. Did you speak to either of them after Tupac's death?
No.
What is your current relationship with Reggie Wright, who's head of Right Way Security?
I have no relationship with Reggie Wright at this time, nor do I plan to.
Did you and Reggie leave on bad terms?
Reggie is not honest, and I want to leave it at that.
Okay. Did you ever witness any arguments between Suge and Reggie with regards to Tupac's murder?
No.
Okay. Were you ever privileged to any conversations regarding possible suspects in the Tupac Shakur murder? Was Orlando Anderson ever singled out by members of Death Row or Sean Puffy Combs or any association with Bad Boy Entertainment?
No, I was never approached on any of them.
It's everything you wish for. Your site traffic is skyrocketing until this happens. Be careful what you wish for.
Tupac Shakur was on top of the hip-hop world back in 1996 when he was shot and killed in a Las Vegas.
All right, y'all, we back. Now, you heard Michael Moore, right? Now, here go Frank Alexander, one of Tupac's other bodyguards. Yeah.
Bodyguards know a lot. Bodyguards are,
Yeah. Execution salute.
Mr. X in the building. Salute to my brother, Mr. X.
Are you good?
No. Welcome home, bro. Welcome home.
Good thing the general.
Valentino giving me shoes.
The DA's says Knight took part in the beating of Anderson last September.
Tupac Shakur and Suge Knight were kicking.
Monkey Man in the building. Mark White, peace, dog.
Who was on the ground at that
Area Fluff forever,
DA Bill
peace.
Hodgman backed up the video evidence with testimony from the hotel
my
security
brother,
manager,
peace.
Annette Machuca, who said she tried to stop the fight. The judge is not allowing Machuca to appear on camera.
Tell us what you saw.
He was kicking him.
More than once?
Yes.
More than twice?
Yes.
More than 3 times?
Yes.
But when the beating victim Orlando Anderson took the stand, he testified Knight tried to stop the beating. Again, we cannot show you Anderson on the stand.
I seen him standing right there helping. He was about the only one.
He was helping you, is that correct?
Yes.
Las Vegas Metro Homicide Detective Brent Becker later took the stand and testified Anderson had a much different story when he interviewed him in October.
He made the comment that Tupac and Knight beat him up pretty good. And
he specifically said
he used the first name Tupac and the last name Knight.
Anderson was arrested last month in a sweep of Compton gangsters. Las Vegas homicide cops are still investigating possible links between Anderson's beating and the shooting death of rapper Tupac Shakur on the Vegas Strip later that night. Knight is facing 9 years in prison if his probation is revoked. The hearing continues on Friday.
Yeah. That was fucked up. Okay. They came back in there, Biggie dead. And the LAPD, I feel they made a mistake because they was directing traffic out instead of taping the whole thing off. I done been in scenes where they make everybody stay till they interview everybody.
Well, Mario,
around the time of Suge Knight's trial. So Suge had been arrested in Los Angeles, and I started getting phone calls from Reggie Wright to appear as a witness for Suge.
So I don't really know. So I don't know how damaging or how helpful you could be. That's what we're trying to find out, if you can be helpful or if you're damaging. You know, Reggie, I gave a statement to Metro. Listen to what I'm saying. I gave a statement to Metro based on what you and Suge asked me to do the night I went to the meeting at Suge's house, okay, about the chain getting snatched. Now, I've already said that. Now, to go in there and then say something different than that, that's going to jeopardize a lot. You know, that's perjury there. Okay, this stuff is already on record. I don't know what the FBI is talking. Have they talked to Metro about this? Metro don't talk to the FBI about it. They're watching the whole thing. But for me to go get on a witness stand and then just be put out like that, well, that's what's wrong. You already gave a statement. Yeah, I gave a statement to Metro already, Reggie. Okay, why can't you give that same statement? To David Killer. That's all I'm asking you to do. Is tell them what you told them.
I feel they made a mistake because they was directing traffic out instead of taping the whole thing off. I done been in scenes where they make everybody stay till they interview everybody. But it was one in the middle of the road. He was directing traffic, making everybody leave from the Peter Picture Museum. So that Tuesday, Reynolds pulled over my nephew talking about y'all killed Biggie.
And I started getting phone calls from David Kenner, I started getting phone calls from Milton Grimes. I started getting phone calls from all of these different people that was, law enforcement or attorneys wanting me as a witness to what had happened at the MGM that evening that Orlando Anderson had got into that fight.
Which report is it out of the three that they're looking that you have? Because he told me, he said, the one that I think that came up is actually, I think, a Compton Police Department report. Mr. Kenner, I have never spoken to Compton Police Department. Never. I've never been inside of a Compton Police Department.
Oh, he was directing traffic, making everybody leave it from the Peter Picture Museum. So that Tuesday, Reynolds pulled over my nephew talking about, y'all killed Biggie. So we left about 40 minutes later. We left about 40 minutes later. We came back Sunday. That Monday, we was all
The office, Larry, and they were, more hands-on and around the people hearing things that obviously I wasn't hearing, and there was things like they want you dead, be careful.
They don't want you around. What did I just say? Period. How you know? He said it right out of his mouth, and his girlfriend confirmed it. Who, Reggie? Yeah. What did he say? Say what you did. He said they want me dead. She said that they said you told a lot of stuff against Suge and Buntry and Pac. The police. I did. They said that they got a police report saying that you said that I think I'm putting my ass in. Well, you said me. That you said that Suge was kicking, that Buntry was, Tupac was beating the guy up also. I never said any of that.
Run the stop sign. I guess he had just finished debriefing his soldiers at the Compton PD. He run our stop sign on my street, came up, jumped out of his car and like, hey, motherfucker, let me tell you something, Keefe D, you kill my son, motherfucker, it's on. I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about? Fuck you.
They were apparently hearing this information about Frank if he shows up, or if Frank is not, talking on our side and Ben on our side, that we're going to have to take him out, And these are words from Michael Moore. Michael Moore was telling me that, that he was hearing this around the office. Because Michael Moore continued to work for Death Row's office, and he was hearing these conversations, be it with Reggie, be it with Suge, be it with whoever he was hearing it from.
They recommend you don't get subpoenas, or whatever that's worth. I don't know what it means, but that's what they told me to check. Yeah, they tried to. Yeah, they're going to try to subpoena me for the next court date, which is, I think, the 25th. But anyway, I just heard that they want me dead. That's what I just heard. I just got a phone call saying that they want me dead. Okay. So I wasn't going to say this, but I think I better. Okay, that's affirmative.
That's Freddie Alexander talking right now.
That's true. Amen.
You guys are like Michael Moore talking.
That rumor is out there. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That rumor is out there. From the sources that I talk to, they're taking it personal. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They're taking it as, he fucked us. Trust me, I'm telling you just like what Norris is saying. And then my little buddy that feeds me information, that is the word. They want to finish you off. Mm-hmm. And then after, talking to Larry and the other people that I know, that rumor got back to me too. Mm-hmm. They used the word, we'll fix him and his wife. Mm-hmm. So I was like,
Using what job, kid?
Because they were telling me that if it didn't go, if whatever you said wasn't positive, they were going to fix you. If Suge don't get out, boy, you're going to be in deep trouble, Frank. Who? You. What they're saying is, if you swing to their story, right, then they're not going to hold you accountable. In other words, if you play ball with them, it'll look better if you play ball. But if you don't play ball, you see what I'm trying to say?
Reggie Sr., the captain of the Compton police, jumped out of his car and like, hey, motherfucker, let me tell you something, PPD, you kill my son, motherfucker, it's on. I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about? Fuck you. You know, he's like, I'm just telling you, motherfucker, the belt's coming off. Like, this motherfucker's stupid. Then 2 hours later, he get our little trap spot raided. Take all our guns, all that shit.
So I started getting the death threats indirectly from people that were friends of mine that were calling me, telling me. Then I got a phone call from Reggie Wright, and Reggie Wright wanted me to not answer the phone when the district attorney was calling me to tell me to come down to testify at Suge's trial, because the DA started calling me and their office started calling me, wanting me to testify against Suge.
If you can get lost and not get subpoenaed today, I think you'll be fine. Yeah, Reggie.
So I started talking to friends, and people were like, "I wouldn't go. I wouldn't answer the phone. I wouldn't make myself available." He goes, "Don't make yourself available, because if you do, man, Frank, it's going to be bad for you." You know. And then I got a phone call from Reggie Wright, and he said to me, "What are you going to do? You and your white wife going to go into hiding?" And I was like, "Wow."
Salute, lady.
Here, you know, we'll find you. You know, I'm like, okay, you know, well, what are you going to find me, and what are you going to do? What is this about? Was my question to him.
And so it was basically the city of Compton police is against the South Sides. So, but there was some dudes from the Compton police that I went to school with and played football with at Compton High. Blue, Bookman, Eric Perry, and they all came over there and say, we ain't with that bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? We from the Crip side. And we ain't with that bullshit. Y'all watch y'all asses. Try to stay out of Compton. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we know that he was going to come with the Compton police.
Yeah. I didn't believe it when I heard it, but you know, everybody, I'm on social media with everybody. I comment everybody. And some people told me, yeah, he said this about your dad. So I go, Reggie, what you? He said, oh yeah. He said, I went over there. He said, when I heard they were talking about doing those niggas, been not having the Reggie Jr. because you know he knew I was running with him. Because if y'all do, y'all gonna have some problems.
Later, he told us at the streets. They told him to do it. You know.
Yeah.
His captain, hey, Frank got so bad he died. You know.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, and Michael Moore.
Yeah. And then
I didn't even know that, yo.
Because Perez,
Frank Alexander and Michael Moore both dead. Both of the ones that went against death row. Both of the bikers went against both of them.
I seen this shit 27 years ago. Michael Moore did. Frank is dead, and the other cop, the first cop that was on the case that Reggie Wright and a couple of his people summoned him to a meeting, and he never made it out. So, like I've been saying this shit, but you know what I mean. But you know, snitch rule is the snitch rule. Well, I've been saying, why the fuck Reggie Wright Jr. walk around here smiling like he ain't a part of the whole motherfucking thing?
Yeah. And then, hold up. I don't think you've seen this one, but check this out. Remember when Reggie Wright said that they didn't have no Nextel walkie-talkies back then? That the walkie-talkie feature didn't work? He said that, right?
Yeah, I remember him saying it. I remember him saying it. The Nextel walkie, that shit was.
Yeah, he did say that.
That's what
He said, "Oh, it didn't come in yet," but
it was working there.
But that was proving that was wrong.
Look, here we go. I'm gonna
So
show
you're
you
right
right now.
about that.
I'm gonna show you. Hold on, I'm show you.
Reggie knows everything, man.
Here we go. Yo. Check this out.
Radio. Listen to him say it.
And what he claimed to happen, the Nextel radios weren't even able to do at the particular time?
While I was working at 662, I heard something over the Nextels that we all carry for security. And what I heard was, got him.
But ironically and interestingly enough, when Reggie the Wright Jr. testified for the grand jury, he said that the Nextel radios had the walkie-talkie feature as well as a phone radio. When he's saying that Frank Alexander didn't contact him. Look. Boom. Got him again. This guy is a compulsive liar. He cannot be trusted. His credibility is zero. He lied. This is the truth right here. These are the facts. He went in front of the grand jury and stated something that he had adamantly denied over the last 27 some odd years. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. It's your boy Delray Richardson, platinum artist, platinum songwriter, Straight Game TV. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your time. Do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button notification. Also subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And like I always say, if you want to be one of the first people notified when I drop some of this straight game, please do me a favor and click on what appears to be that little bell notification right below this video.
Kevin Gaines was the other, was the cop, Kevin Gaines.
Ladies and gentlemen, why would Reggie the Wright Jr. testify in the Keefe D grand jury or in front of the Keefe D grand jury when he's clearly said over the years that he was at Club 662? In the grand jury, when Reggie the Wright Jr., like I said, hence the reason why I call him a rat, you see what he likes to do. He likes to testify and signify and meddle in things that have nothing to do with him from that perspective, or that he has no knowledge of. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. So I just got a glimpse of the grand jury testimony in regards to the Keefe D situation and where the charges were brought up, right? Over the years, we've heard Reggie the Wright Jr. Deny that he was anywhere in the vicinity in regards to when Suge and Tupac got shot. He didn't know anything about what happened, right? And like I said, he said he went to the hospital later, and then that's when he found out what was going on, if you will, right? But all of a sudden, in 2023, Reggie the Wright Jr. name pops up as the people, as one of the people, should I say, who testified in front of the grand jury involving the Keefe D situation, if you will. But what could he possibly offer when he's told everybody numerous times he wasn't there? He wasn't at the hotel at the MGM Grand. He wasn't at the Luxor where Tupac was staying at. He was nowhere to be seen from that perspective. So why is it that Reggie the Wright Jr. would be testifying in the Keefe D grand jury that ultimately indicted Keefe D? You got to think about that for a minute. And then after, or all along, Reggie the Wright Jr. has been telling the whole world that he predicted that Keefe D would be arrested, right? But as you look right here, it seems like Reggie the Wright Jr. knew what was happening after he had claimed he didn't know what was happening. You see it right here. He called his father and said that, you know, read it. Amazing. Right? So when you think about everything that we've learned so far in regards to that situation, the lies that have been told by Reggie the Wright Jr., the numerous lies, right? And him telling Frank Alexander as well as Michael Moore to not carry their guns that night, right? This is so disturbing that you need to take a second look at everything that happened now when you think about this situation, right? Then you hear a Reggie the Wright Jr., and I didn't focus on this enough, but Reggie the Wright Jr. went on Vlad and said that Russell Poole got it right in regards to Suge Knight killing Biggie. Think about that for a minute. Think about that for a minute. How would Reggie the Wright Jr. know that Russell Poole got it right? I wouldn't be able to make that kind of assumption based on hearing somebody talk about something if I didn't have any prior knowledge or inside knowledge in regards to that situation. Think about it. You could tell me something, you could, tell me some information about something, and I can automatically say by listening to you, oh yeah, man, you got that story right. How would I know? You understand what I'm saying? And then now, as you see, the paperwork shows that Reggie the Wright Jr. name pops up as one of the people testifying for the Keefe D grand jury. But the crazy part about it is he offered nothing. And when Suge just recently did his interview with TMZ, Reggie did a live stream, and where he said that Suge Knight, listen to this. This is the audacity of this guy, Reggie the Wright Jr. He did a live stream basically saying that Suge Knight was trying to make himself a part of the case in regards to Keefe D. Can you believe this guy? Suge Knight was in the car with Tupac when they were fired upon, right? He is a central part of this case, whether he wants to involve himself on the legal side or not. So anything that Suge Knight would say on or off the record is or should be accepted.
All right, y'all. Tell me what y'all think about that so far.
All this shit I knew already. I've heard it 1,000 times. I'm just trying to figure out why now? Like everybody else, like why now? Why is all this shit popping now?
Yo, pull up Ice.
You know what I mean? But as far as the Reggie Wright go, when it came to like that Michael Moore situation, Michael Moore said it years ago, like, yo, Frank, you need to leave. Because, you know what I mean, in so many words, they're gonna kill you. They want to kill you. And you know what I mean? It ended up being both of them. And like I said, it's like Reggie name should have been in this equation, and you know what I mean, but not just to testify. He should be a part of the whole solution as well.
Yo, you said Ice-T said about the situation here?
Yeah. Pull that up, bro.
Ice-T talking about what? Ice-T or Keefe
He's
D?
talking about Ice-T. He's talking about the timing of everything and why they arrested him now and anything like that. Just wanted to hear what he had to say on that. Some real shit though. Could find it. But yeah, man, this dude Reggie Wright, you know something.
But it's just also telling me that it's still more, even past Reggie. It's more to go to this. Because again, all of this they're saying now, they knew all this shit years ago.
You know,
All of this shit. So it's which makes me think it's higher up.
we know
That's
all
what
this
shit. Definitely. Right.
Here we go, y'all.
What's up, YouTube? It's Rob channel YTV, and I'm back with another episode. Today we have topic about Ice-T and Keefe D. You know, guys, that Nevada police detained Keefe D on September 29 and grand jury indicted him in the killing of Tupac Shakur. Davis, who has long been known to investigators, has admitted in interviews and in his 2019 memoir, Compton Street Legend, that he was in the Cadillac with Shakur's shooter. He's now the first person to be arrested in direct connection with the killing. So, guys, now I will tell you legendary rapper Ice-T's reaction. During an interview with All Hip Hop, Ice-T said, "I think LA knew exactly how this thing played out. I just don't really understand why it took law enforcement so long. Because if I say that I'm in the car with somebody that does something, I'm part of the crime. If I go over to your house and ask you for a gun and you give it to me and I go do it, you aided and abetted the crime." So my point is that with all the interviews and all the books where dude just happened to say 100 times on interviews he did, "I was in the car," he said it, no one else said it. He said it, so why would you say that if you didn't want to get caught? So, I got no love for dude. It was a chain of events that should not have ever happened. It's all out of my realm of understanding, says Ice-T. So, guys, before I finish the video, let me ask you a question of the day. Tell me your thoughts about Keefe D's arrest for connection to Tupac's murder. Write your opinions in the comments below. Stay tuned, subscribe, white here, get the notification bells, and don't forget to visit the website hiphopty.com. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.
So yeah, like he said, timing.
Right. Now listen to this. Listen to how many events that this Reggie Wright name is in the middle of. He's in the middle of the Hackey situation, Michael Moore, Frank Alexander. He started dating Suge's ex-wife, who supposedly, I guess that's why they saying like it's it's a lot of fingers that can be pointed.
Is he a part of the Rampart scandal thing?
Hackey?
Hackey was, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you see.
All right, now look what Reggie Wright had to say about Suge Knight. I want y'all to check this out.
He's looking for fame, though, that whole Gangster Chronicles thing.
Here we go right here. We go right here, y'all.
With this new powerful military invention. There's a new breakthrough military technology that emulates 50.
Come with y'all right quick with this video because, man, my investigation. I gotta remember, Suge Knight said this back in 1996 that if he knew who did, because, man, my IG been getting hit up about Suge Knight comments on TMZ. If you haven't heard them, go check it out. I gotta remember, Suge Knight said this back in 1996 that if he knew who shot Tupac, he would not cooperate. I gotta understand where Suge Knight is at. He's in prison. That's the worst thing you can ever do, being in prison, is to cooperate with law enforcement against an enemy, a co-conspirator, or anyone. It's just, unfortunately, the way the systems is,
in the state
Right.
of California and most other systems. I'll say urban, and our brown people wanted to insert himself into this investigation. He was doing. He wanted to insert himself into this investigation somehow by muddying it up. But I got.
All right, that's enough of this clown ass nigga. Yo, how he gonna serve himself to an investigation he was already a part of? How he gonna muddy it up when he's telling his truth? The only person in there trying to muddy that investigation up is who? Reggie Wright wrong.
Yeah.
Reggie Wright right. He in there lying on grand jury. And you know what? Once the Keefe D lawyer pull up all the interviews he did where he said the next tell shit didn't work and none of that shit, you know what happened?
What?
He gonna be held in contempt of court and the charge gonna be thrown out.
What?
Yeah. Once you lied to the grand jury, they find out you lied. The Keefe D lawyer gonna push that shit, bro. And what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen when you do that, Brick City Tech? Once Keefe D lawyers start questioning it,
it's over. It's over. But think about I'm really sitting here thinking about this shit. Like everybody that could finger Reggie to be in the middle of any of this shit is no longer here. Does detectives take that into consideration? Like, damn, everybody that can point him out is not here. Why? Even to the police officers. Why? Like that should be the question.
But that's the thing, you know. Why not? That's what they're gonna say. Why not now?
That's just crazy, man.
Like think about that shit though. Like everything he did to go against Suge's wishes. All this shit from what we understanding that's going on. Like I said, everybody that can pinpoint him with anything is gone. You went after this man's wife, and from what the story is, of course, I'm not from over there, so I don't know the story. So, but from what the story is, you and her were, trying to put together a plot and plan to take death row from Suge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, again, this is higher. See right now, and this is why I feel like it took 27 years. Because again, we all know this is high. This is higher than Reggie Wright Jr. This is higher than his dad. This shit is going up a food chain, and it's going to keep going. And this shit gonna pop off within a month or two. The shit gonna really come out.
Shit as big as Nino D.
Hold on one second, y'all. Check this shit out. Call my boy real quick.
Well, yo, that's crazy though. Still, because
hold on, man. Check this out. Put this in perspective. Let me see if y'all remember this. Okay, let's go back to the fight of Pac and Orlando Anderson and all of them, right? Y'all remember the fight, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Who was there when the fight was over? Who was there next to Orlando?
The Pyrus.
Reggie Wright Sr.
Oh, Reggie Wright Sr.
Look at the footage. Look at the footage.
Let's bring it up.
Hold up.
It's the end of the fight. Just type in Reggie Wright Sr. I guess however you want to describe him being at that fight. He was there talking to Orlando at the end of after they jumped him and did everything.
Damn.
Let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
Why is Reggie Wright Sr. standing with Orlando?
Exactly.
That's the other part of death row. People act like death row is just red, but it was blue too.
Oh, here we go, right here. Reggie Wright Sr. Jr. Sr. walk away from Orlando Adams at the MGM. It's right here.
Oh, you got it in live and living color? Oh, shit.
I got this whole shit shook up. Everybody talking about this West Side.
Were you in Las Vegas the night Tupac was killed? Yes, sir. Did you attend the fight with Suge and Tupac?
They done fucked up, right?
I had a ticket to go to the fight. However, did you have your gun with you when you were in Las Vegas? Yes, sir. You've heard the rumors, so I want you to vindicate yourself while the world is watching. I think that's crazy to even think or believe it myself.
See him right there? See what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
God.
Reggie Wright Jr. and C was both at the MGM Grand.
Exactly. So how the fuck all this 27 years now? That's why I said this shit is higher than them. And it's about to hit the bubble. Because I guess whoever got this case, because you know once the feds get in, they already got what they want. They just pulling everything else in. So
What's that? Alexander? You got him?
yeah, remember that? Like all of this stuff over the airwaves when they shot Pac got him, and Reggie Wright saying, "Don't talk over the airwaves," and shit like he's in the middle of a lot of this shit.
Yeah.
Here we go, y'all. Here we go, right here. Tap in. Look at Reggie Wright.
Nasty.
Blessed and an honor to be invited over to
Fair use, fair use.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. So I kind of want to just jump in, man, because I've been watching Bomb First, your platform, on YouTube for quite a little while now. You know what I mean? I've been watching it, kind of keeping abreast of, you know, all the stuff that y'all got going on over there. And I remember one video that I seen that you kind of called in and said, hey, they gonna get Keefe D, man. How did you know, how did you know that they were going to eventually come and get him? Arrest him?
I knew that they were talking to people. You know, people talk, and they come knocking on people's doors. And so when they re-energize or when they get active on something like that, and
I thought I was destined to be a heroin addict. Like the only concern I had was like, how am I going to get high? That's when I finally decided to accept help for my addiction. When you walk into Recovery Centers of America, you will feel comforted, be treated with dignity, and be able to turn your life around. The doctors, nurses, therapists, and entire team at RCA are going to give you personalized, effective treatment because they all have one goal in mind.
You know, 20.
Nigga, we know how you knew. You testified at the grand jury. That's why you was saying all that shit.
Exactly. And it's another shit. Another shit just hit me. Who's to say you Southside niggas didn't get the gun from Reggie Wright? Being that y'all saying y'all got it from Zip. Remember, y'all on camera at the MGM with Orlando after the fight. After the fight. So who's to say y'all ain't get them niggas the gun?
Yeah.
Reggie, you already won. You, from what I'm understanding, you already wanted your gun. You already wanted your gun. So who's to say you probably ain't give him the gun, but you probably told him, okay, they're going to Suge House and they're going to be this place. Ain't no telling what you said. If you said anything. Right. So, like, you can look at it like that. Like, who's to say y'all ain't get these niggas, the Southside niggas, the gun? Like, it's so many shit, man. Listen, like I said, detectives ain't detectives. Let that been some other shit though. This shit would have been solved already.
Let that have been Jack Nicholson Michael Jackson or somebody like that getting killed, somebody big like that. That you know what I'm saying? They would have found their killer by now, man, and smoked their boots.
Exactly.
They had to solve this shit 20 years ago.
26 years.
Exactly. She was solved this shit 26 years ago.
Nigga have been fucking self-snitching for 8 years and shit.
My theory is this: they knew what the fuck they were doing, because the fact of the matter is, killing Pac, you can blame 1,000 ways. You can blame it on being that his mom was Black Panther. You can blame it on the revolutionary shit. You can blame it on the gang violence shit. You can blame it on the New York niggas. He had beef with. He had a beef with 15 New York niggas. Let alone this nigga Pac had a big ass mouth, and we all know it. So you can blame it. That's why listen. I'm not a detective, so I'm keeping my mouth shut. I'm cool on that note. But for Reggie, yeah, all right, your time coming too. I don't give a fuck what they say. I feel like his time coming. His time is short.
So Reggie was a Crip cop then.
I don't know what. I think he was more. I don't know if he's any gang affiliated at all. But if so, he probably would be more on the blood side.
Nah, but the reason I say he probably be the Crip side too, because the Crips and the Bloods in Compton lived in the same section. So if he a cop, he probably was neutral, cool both sides.
Makes sense. That makes sense.
No, I'm saying, but let's see what this nigga said. Let's see what this lying nigga talking about, yo. Come on. Tap in TV, salute, bro. Y'all check him out, man.
26 years old, probably 25 years later. It's 27 years later now. But, at the time they started knocking on doors, it was about 25, 24 years later. And, they wouldn't be wasting their resource and their money if they didn't think that they had something new.
Okay. So this case has been, I guess, reopened for at least about a year or so, huh?
Well, if you listen to the press conference, they admitted that they reopened the case in about 2018.
Oh, so that's almost 5 years ago.
Correct.
Wow. Okay. Damn. Now, I heard something on the internet this morning that I want to get your opinion on. I heard Whack 100 say something about that if Keefe D already snitched once, that he's gonna snitch again, and it's probably gonna be on Puff. What you think about that?
Well, see, that just don't make no sense. I mean, he can go and snitch on anybody he wants. You gotta have proof. Just because somebody snitch and tell or say something, got to be something more to tie a person to it. So Puff ain't worried about that. As long as Puff don't ever show his face or show no hands or talking with him or having some type, even if you have a relationship, that's just like Suge Knight said in jail and say, oh yeah, Reggie Wright killed so-and-so, or Reggie Wright did that. Just because you say something and you got a relationship and know somebody, that's not enough in the court of law to have somebody convicted. And I'm glad we live in a judicial system like that. Now, if they go and investigate Puff as far as the alleged check that Keefe D tried to say that Von Zip supposedly intercept, they find that. Then they go and find out that he allegedly gave him that check because he signed a group or gave him a production deal. And they find out he never had a group, never had, no studio time anywhere. Never, never.
I'll be a corrupt cop too, mom. Real talk.
And you didn't send, and your company didn't send no paperwork saying, hey, I gave you $500,000. You're supposed to do X, Y, and Z. And you never did that, but you just let it go. You just gave a $500,000 to a person and just say, oh, here's $500,000. You don't have to do nothing. And you didn't try to get it. Some people get beat out of money, but you don't do nothing to try to say, hey, send letters, threaten to sue and all of that. And Puffy didn't do stuff like that. Along with Keefe D statements, Puff may have problems. But whether the judicial system or the law enforcement elects to go that deep into the investigation, I have no idea.
Okay. And I seen Worldstar put up a video this morning as well where they was interviewing Keefe D, and he was trying to throw you under the bus too, man, saying that if he ever got arrested, then they should arrest you.
Yeah, well, he's talking about the Biggie Small case.
Yeah.
But that's his opinion. I'm sure there's people in your chat or on your channel right now that has that opinion. But does that mean any motherfucking thing?
I mean, if you go by what you just said, no, because you got to have some kind of proof or something that you were involved some kind of way about it.
Everybody has an opinion about something. Some of you motherfuckers believe that there are UFOs out there. I don't. Do that mean it is? Do that mean it isn't?
Right.
Huh?
Right. So have they released like what he got arrested for, or is it conspiracy to commit murder, or?
Hi. What's your name?
Priscilla Boyer.
You like Elvis Presley?
What was the actual charge?
No, they just they gave it open. They got what they call in Vegas an open murder, which means murder 1 or murder 2. So that means that they're gonna let the jury decide. Which I don't think Keefe D. Once it gets past all of the motions from a judge, you'd be stupid to ever take this to a jury trial. Because if the judge let one interview in where he admitted to be involved in the murder, passing the gun to somebody in the backseat, you're accessory to murder, you're cooked. White folks, people that's generally on a jury, will say, hey, you said it. If I do a psychological, and once they go and say the psychological exam and say that he ain't crazy, because there's crazy all the time to say, I did that. But your only question would be, is he sane or is he insane? That'd be the only thing the jury gonna say. And once the judge said, no, he has been proven to be sane, and then they show that video of him saying what he did, you're done. And so no defense attorney would ever allow you to
take it to a jury.
Take it to a jury. So yeah. So that's why I believe he'll try to get the best deal that he can get. And so his deal needs to better be made with the jury before any judge ever decide whether or not they're gonna.
Okay, yeah, I just found that exclusive clip with Reggie Wright and Mr. Yuckmouth that Suge has something to do with Tupac murder. Y'all hear that, right? I just found the exclusive. That's what I'm looking for.
I hear you.
Well, he basically says Tupac and Suge up. Here we go, right here, y'all.
Yeah. So Reggie Sharita. No, Suge didn't have. So Reggie Sharita wanted to take over Death Row.
And you set up Suge and Pop. And you set up Suge and Pop. Oh, wow. And you set up Suge and Pop. 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 And you set up Suge and Pop.
Las Vegas Boulevard is packed. Gang of people. How did they get away? People around him, and they all walking out the door. They mobbing real fast. And if you look at that video, you see Tupac in front of everybody, walking like he. Come on, man.
And I was scared. I was scared that I would come to a town and I have the leader of the gang there telling me, what do you need? I was scared, but so was America. So was somebody else, because all of a sudden I had all kind of legal problems. And you have to think about this. I had a clean record for 20 years, a clean record, living in the ghetto, in the gutter, no record. What about my morals then? What about my character then?
You know, everybody can talk about it now, and everybody is talking about it. But, you know, you hear that the police wanted Tupac because he was just Mustafa. No.
I've not been out of the papers since I joined Digital Underground. I've been in all, you know what I'm saying? It's never, my name has not been uttered, you know what I'm saying? And that's good for me because I don't want to be forgotten. If I'm forgotten, then that means I'm comfortable. And that means I think everything is okay.
What do you think Trey said when he walked back over to the Suge, Buntry, and Neckbone?
What do you really? How you think that conversation went?
Well, like I said, I told Trey, me and Trey talking. I ain't gonna what you call him and say Trey put him up to it. Tupac heard Trayvon tell Suge and Buntry, that's him.
Correct.
Did they act as security? They were there to where if I get into a fight, meaning Tupac, if you get into a fight and it's 2, 3, 4, 5 people or whatever, they supposed to handle their business. And their business was to do what they had to do. Even though I was the bodyguard, or even though there was a bodyguard, for whoever it may be. There were incidents that had happened at other times before where they would get into it and Pac, would probably not even be around, or he would be around. And it was just something that they would do because they were with him as his homeboys, his friends, whatever. It's like if you and I and a bunch of people are together, you get into a fight with someone and we're all out at a club, we're all there to help you, through this fight. Beat down, it's a beat down coming. After the Seldom fight, Suge wanted to go ahead and leave, and Pac was ready to go, obviously, as well. So we walk out of the back area. Mike Tyson never came in the back, so we never met up with Mike. We ended up leaving. As we left out of the fight arena area, as we got out into the casino area again, the rest of our entourage was out there waiting on us. As we walked up to greet them, which would have been, all of Death Row entourage, along with Tupac's entourage, which would have been the Outlaws and whomever else. One of Suge's guys, his name is Trevon, came over and whispered in Tupac's right ear, because I was standing on Tupac's left. Tupac took off and ran in toward the left in that direction of the food court. As I took off behind him and the rest of the entourage is behind me, Tupac comes to, at this time, I didn't know who it was, now being Orlando Anderson, standing by this planter, just like waiting. And Pac just ran up on him and then Orlando Anderson swung back. At this time, Pac's medallion broke. When he reached down and grabbed the medallion, I grabbed him and got him out of the fight. By the time the entourage who was behind me had gotten there, the footage that is from the MGM everyone sees, Orlando Anderson's on the ground and everybody's kicking at him, beating him down or whatever. That's what took place right after we walked out of the fight. And then from walking out of, from that incident there ending the fight with Orlando Anderson, because I knew the way through the MGM, because I was in the MGM walking around earlier looking for everyone. I knew how to walk us out of the MGM to the entrance. And I walked us out of the entrance. As the tape shows, I'm in front, Pac and Suge, and everybody is following me now.
Yo. There we go again, y'all.
What?
Yeah.
The proof is in the pudding.
This guy, he thinks he's a mastermind or something. I don't know. He's pretty much saying everything at one time.
But then I think about it. Think about the nigga Reggie Wright Jr. though.
I think he's the mastermind behind this shit from the beginning. That's my personal opinion. I personally think he masterminded this whole shit from the beginning. Because he wanted to take over Death Row.
Him and Suge Knight wife did it together. He said it. You see what he said? He's like, so you Suge Knight wife said have a Tupac up. And he's like, yeah, she can say yeah. Giggle.
It might, because again, Suge's never coming home. There's nobody to prove. I mean, you got footage of him saying shit, but like he said, how much of this shit really gonna hold up in court? Like everybody that can finger him or let me take that back. That sounds so fucking spicy. Anybody that anybody that can implicate Reggie is not here. That's I mean that should be the base of everything right now.
Yeah, you got a point. You definitely got a point there, bro. But yo, what I'm saying is funny though, that this dude Reggie, he just keep digging himself a bigger hole, a bigger hole, a bigger hole. Bro, you doing a lot of dirt, bro. Behind the scenes.
Hey, Jonathan Kidd, that's facts. That's facts, Jonathan Kidd. He ended up in there with boys up in there. You know, was it Donovan prison? Yeah, Keefe D and Reggie both could be in a whole lot of trouble.
Now, this was Suge Knight said, Ja, about the whole situation. This was Suge Knight did an interview on the shit.
Man, I've been following with great interest. You know, Russell Poole wanted to apologize to you.
Yeah, I heard that, man. He's a good guy. I've never lied to him with nobody because, you know, all that stuff, they know who was going on behind all that stuff.
Hold up, boy, pause that for a minute. That's the cop
In his
name.
mind, separate you from Death Row Records.
That's the cop name right there. That's Russell Poole. That's the one that went into a meeting with Reggie and them and didn't come out alive.
Oh, that's him?
Yeah, that's him.
Here you go, y'all. Let's listen to him.
Records. And as we were doing the investigation, I said, you have to understand, Russell, that, you know, Mr. Knight was, you know, in the car next to Tupac. I mean, that's not. And then with the Biggie thing, Mr. Knight was in jail. And I met somebody who was in jail with you at the time, and he said it's impossible that he was on a cell phone back then. Impossible.
It's definitely impossible. I mean, the one thing too with Tupac, I still got a 45 bullet into my skull, and the thing about it is they've been knowing all this type of stuff from day one, and that's why they violated me and sent me to prison last time. And the other thing is for Biggie's son, I'm quite sure if they saw the first one, they saw the second one because it's the same circle of people, you know.
I got tapped on the shoulder by one of the cops' daughters that was involved, and she told me, I mean, you know, this isn't conjecture anymore. We know the facts.
Yeah, it's the same people, same circle of people.
Yeah.
Have nothing to do with me, you know?
No.
In this exchange between Suge and Michael Carlin, Suge states that if they understand what happened in the killing of Tupac, they would also understand the murder of Biggie. He says it's the same circle of people.
If you're a friend of yours, you're a friend of mine. You know, a lot of stuff is just basically the public is naive to a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And a lot of things dealing with incarceration, even business, there's a lot of politics, you know. I mean, it's like I never should have went to prison the first time I went to prison, but I had caught the accounting firm who Jimmy introduced us to. They stole like about $30-40 million, you know.
I'm not sure if this audio exchange is clear, but what Suge Knight is alluding to is that when he went to prison for the first time, close to $30 or $40 million was stolen from him by his lawyer at the time, David Kenner.
What my thing with my accounts was I signed all my checks. So any check was over $5,000, I definitely had to sign it. And they was giving David $100,000 a month, and David said he was giving Jimmy a kickback from $100,000 a month. So we was paying him for all the work he did as an attorney, and they was giving him $100,000 a month.
Wow.
And buying cars and houses and stuff.
When Suge talks about David, He again is talking about notorious criminal defense lawyer David Kenner, who was Suge Knight's fixer. In this exchange, he also states that Kenner was funneling money to legendary music industry executive Jimmy Iovine, who ran Interscope Records, the parent label of Death Row. Iovine also started Beats by Dre. There have been rumors for years, and Suge has gone on the record before, that Jimmy Iovine stole money or was in bed with Kenner. Again, these are rumors.
Wow.
So that played an effect on me getting a violation when I shouldn't have got a violation.
Well, that whole Orlando Anderson thing, man, I mean, it was really bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, even when he came in, they put him on stand, and the judge asked me, said, do you know Suge Knight? I said, you don't know Suge Knight. I said, what did he do? The only thing he did was help me and save my life, which I basically did because, you know, Pac was my little brother and the #1 artist out on the bond, and if he would have got in trouble, he was going back to prison.
Yeah.
So I knew it was cameras everywhere in Vegas because I went to UNLV. They just take it to the top and let us watch. So, you know, I was breaking up saying, you know, cut that bullshit out right in here. But at the same time, they just played with the thing the way they wanted to play with it. And see, the thing is, those guys, if you go back and watch the film, they was already stalking Pac, like watching him. So that just tipped the iceberg when something happened. But there was a plan already to do something to him.
Yeah.
And that's why, like I said, I had two of the toughest guys for him, and Reggie pulled them off of me. It didn't have to happen. I told him to send 5 guys from the club to there, and they never said nobody.
Yeah.
And Frank blocked us in purposely. Later, he told us at the streets. They told him to do it, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, Frank got so bad he died, you know?
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. And Michael Moore.
Yeah. And then Perez and them was all involved. They were trying to kill me too, but see, because Perez and Reg was good friends, and Perez and Sarita and Reg is great friends, and so all those three together was trying to plot.
Valuable facts.
Yeah, exactly.
Valuable facts.
Russell got it right before he died.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
And you know, and the sad thing about it, Atlanta wasn't even the shooter, you know?
No, exactly. No.
And it said that for us, not at all. He was actually a good kid too, you know?
Yeah.
This audio you just listened to is the most important exchange to take note of. Suge Knight implicates LAPD cop Rafael Perez, his ex-wife, Sharitha Knight, and Reggie Wright Jr. in the killing of Tupac. He alludes again that if you understand the power struggle that was going on at the time for Death Row Records, you would also understand the role Reggie Wright Jr. played in all of this. This is the first time that Suge Knight has implicated Rafael Perez. What is interesting is that he puts Perez in the middle of the shooting of Tupac. I want to be clear that as of now, I have no hard evidence as it relates to the murder of Tupac in Las Vegas.
Yeah, my judge said he watched the tape 97 times and still couldn't say I did anything. Yeah. He asked him, could he just give me less time, like 1 year, or back on probation?
Yo, now we all seen you kick the shit out of that nigga too. I'm Suge Knight. Stop it, bruh. Did y'all see when Suge was kicking the nigga like a soccer ball? Mac Mizzle. Yo, audience. Chat. Did y'all see when he was kicking that nigga like a soccer ball?
Yep, I seen it. That nigga Suge Knight is a weirdo.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, I've been sitting in the background watching and stuff. So yeah, I saw that. So that's the police officer that basically said, hey, see, that's what I'm saying. So basically, that's why maybe Suge said he wasn't going to testify against Keefe D, because maybe, but what if Keefe D brings up Reggie Wright name, though?
Well, Keefe D bring a Reggie Wright name? Oh, he gonna bring a Reggie Wright name. Reggie Wright already testified on Keefe D in the grand jury to give him a diet, bruh.
Right, but what I'm saying is, do you think all this gonna come out about? That's why Suge said. Remember, Suge said he wasn't gonna talk about it or testify. Do you think it's gonna come out about the girlfriend and all that? You know what I'm saying? You think all them people gonna come up? They gonna pop their names? I'm just asking, based off of that.
Man, I think a lot of shit gonna pop up, bruh.
Yeah.
Hold up, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you something right here, yo. It's crazy though, bro. Hold up, let me find this for you. Let me find this, bro. All right, here you go. You was watching it, right?
Yeah.
Look at this shit right here, man. This is crazy. I should man. Whack 100. That's here we go. Check this out. This is boy Whack 100.
Yo, P. Ray in here, bro. He just popped in. There it go. Somebody must have told him.
It's Ray Give TV.
Hold up. It's your boy Ray Give TV.
Reggie was still
back
a
with
rap.
some more heat. Oh, you didn't know? I got content. So click
Reggie
that
was still
bell.
a Compton.
Okay, so check it out. Whack 100 speaks on 30 more indicted in the Tupac case, plus Keefe D's informant identified as Dirt Rock from Southside Compton crib. What? Want to give a shout out to Whack 100, the whole 100 side, King Guap. Let's get to the content.
It's Ray Give TV.
Ray Give TV.
Fair you.
The GOAT. Oh, no, shit. I don't know what they scared of. Yo, Beats, I just got that from one of the spies right there. I guess they grabbed like 30 other niggas when they arrested Keefe D. Some other niggas was telling.
Oh, shit. Update.
Devontae Lee,
Dirt Rock.
Dirt Rock.
Oh, shit. Hey, Whack, I also see the fucking
hey,
1090
if they
Jake you
telling-
sent me. He a dropout. It sounded like he was debriefing right there in that shit.
I just picked the 1090
Hey, Whack, is they telling the same shit? Is they telling the same shit he snitched on himself about?
They said when the fans came and got Keefe D, they also grabbed and had 30 other niggas. Grape Street niggas, his cousins rounded a gang of niggas up the same day. And there's some audio to the shit too on there. So that was a recording of a nigga giving a statement.
I think of that Keefe D interview and he reading some shit. You know, dude sit down with Vlad and said a whole bunch of shit.
Nah, that wasn't Keefe D talking, though. That was somebody else. Was that Big Dre supposed to been talking? What it sound like? That wasn't Keefe D. We know what Keefe D sound like.
Them niggas going to jail on a 28-year-old.
The dude who was talking is who they call Dirt Rock.
Silver Point, salute.
I'm guessing that was from like an interview or something. I don't think that was like a police statement because it sounded like it was like a interviewer, a female asking him the question.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, buddy.
Nigga about to catch a life sentence at 60.
That's crazy.
Nigga supposed to be feeding the bird fucking pork.
Well, he could have caught it at 30 and just been getting out. I guess he's gonna catch it at 60.
Cable gonna stay on. AC. Somebody gonna change his ass when he need to be.
I'm gonna try to get that little part back where he was talking.
You can't find the original?
I'm looking.
That's crazy. Streets is a myth. Streets is a myth, my nigga.
It's damn sure over.
All the prosecutors and the judge on this case, well, the judge might have been around, but all the prosecutors and the police that's doing the investigation probably wasn't even, either they wasn't born or mature.
I put the full interview up top, y'all. Well, part 1 to it.
I can't say these niggas criminals. How you getting on a camera talking about that?
Them pictures I put up with Fetty Wap.
Yo, he living right up in there, huh? He living right up in. He tapped in. He tapped in, huh?
When you put that picture up, a couple hours later, that shit went viral. They had to get that shit from you because you was the first person I seen put it up.
Yeah, they sent them to me direct.
Yeah, that shit viral.
It's Keefe TV.
Oh shit, well, you got some friends. That shit crazy.
He don't got no friend. He got an army. He got a squad.
I mean, he needed. He only got one eye.
I need them noodles from you, Indigo.
Oh, the noodles? Oh yeah, I made some butter noodles, y'all.
That's crazy.
Yo,
so Dirt Rock, he's still alive. He free.
I'm trying to figure that out.
Not for long.
It's an hour long, but I'm gonna see if I get like
His interview's up top, Wack. They got the interview up top.
Yeah, because it got most replayed toward the end, so he must have said some shit toward the end. Let's see.
It's Keefe TV. Wow. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what y'all think about
well,
the
facts,
video.
fact.
Dirt Rock from Southside Compton Crip arrested along with 30 others indicted in most likely a conspiracy to murder charge against Tupac. What? Boy, this is getting crazy. There's going to be a whole lot of telling going on again. I mean, because it seems like with this dude, Dirt Rock, he was already the informant in the case. So what is he about to do now? Give up some more bodies? This is crazy. I don't know, man. I don't know, but Keefe D, he's 60 years old. He about to be out of there. Like, anytime you get is a life sentence. And it's federal, so he's going to have a mandatory minimum. And I'm sure he got a record, so that's going to start at like 20 to life. That boy done. Over with. You know what I mean? Like, running his mouth too much, even if he didn't do that, right?
Yo, Cross, check what Jonathan Kidd said, bro.
Yeah. So all the cats knew each other and it was extortion on Death Row Records. That's why you had all them cops OGs there getting paid out. Yeah, well, you got to think about it. Anytime they allow and they know Harry O is putting the money behind it, man, all that shit, they use that man money to jumpstart a corrupt organization, bro. They use that $1 million and something from Harry O because they knew it was dirty money. Listen, dog, dirty money was dirty from the get-go. So they just used it like that.
Yo, and then hold on, the Smilo Wolfette said that Keefe D, Keefe, where he slipped up when he said Zip never done him wrong or took anything from him. So that means he did see that bag. Did see that money.
You should think about it. Instead of it being a story about a dude that was a D-boy that founded a Death Row record label, they made Suge say he founded it and he put the money up and got Pac Apple, and everybody know it's Harry O. Well, Harry O can't just jump out there and say, yeah, I gave him $1 million, and they knew that shit. He can't account for that money. So they played him. He ended up going to jail and he ended up dying, not getting none. Suge said, what did he say? Fuck you, I ain't giving you shit.
No, Harry O home now.
I mean, I'm sorry, when he went to jail and then he tried to ask for the money and then he said he was, not dead, but meaning said he was going to give him the money, but he never gave him the money. So think about it. It ain't like Harry O can go sue him. It was dope boy money.
But Harry he also had legitimate businesses. That's why he was able to give Suge that money for that shit.
Yeah, but he went to, but we all know what he was, bro. That's like Ricky Ross, dog. Same thing. He had business too, but it's still he couldn't allocate no million some dollars to start up a record label. That's why Suge played off of it. He used him as the muscle. But I think the shit from the get go was supposed to have been some D-boy type record label shit, but that shit just blew up, and everybody had to get from the police, keeping the police off your ass, and everything. Everybody was getting that off that death row.
Yo, Marlon with fat facts. Everybody gotta believe Big J and Dell. Big J and Dell never told a lie that I seen.
No.
That's my bro. We
Shout
just got the phone.
out to Big G.
And we just got the phone him today.
Yeah,
talking
we was
about
on,
the same shit.
Yeah, we was on there earlier this morning. Yep, facts.
So you know what I'm saying, man. It's a lot of they probably called some favors. They probably called us some favors to get the money to them. Probably did.
That's what I'm saying. Follow the money, man. Follow the money.
But Harry O sued him, but he sued but got the money. He
How
sued
much
record
did
label.
How much he get? Suge was in jail though. How is he gonna get his money?
He got the
Remember,
money because the
Harry
record
was a
label.
gangster before all that, dude.
Listen,
Remember that.
he got to when he sued him. He sued him. Got the money. His wife sued. Harry O wife sued, and they got the money. All the people that put money in that record label that didn't get paid. When Suge was in jail, they all were suing, and the wife settled out of court.
That's a good one. Jonathan said something. Harry O probably called some favors.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. When you talking about money, like just imagine you get a nigga, you throwing a nigga a bag. He's saying, we're gonna get this record label and it blow up. And then all of a sudden you like, bro, where my bread at? And you like, yeah, ain't no bread. What?
Uh-huh.
This chestnut checkers. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, Harry, if Suge Knight worth $300 million, Harry O should be worth at least $150 million with putting that money in the record label.
That's off the rip. You supposed to keep him straight at all times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then put some money back for him if something happened to him, that his folks will be protected. Man, he the one got it started. He created the history. He don't even get looked at as that. He get looked at it more or less like he was, again, the pictures painted. He was a D-boy and Suge. And I think about it. Maybe that's why
Suge got power hungry.
Well, and Suge had to play off the reality of, think about it. Suge had to play off the reality. Harry O told him, hey, listen, don't tell nobody I gave this bread. Just say you got Pac out. And he went with the story so long. He like, yeah, I did. Knowing he didn't put the bread up.
Oh, yeah, talking about Puff's baby mom's passing. It was told by her close sources she was over there going to tell law, make your eyes wide open. Yeah, that's true too. I be thinking this. I be thinking this shit to myself sometimes. I be thinking Suge and Puff was in cahoots together to take down Big and Pop because they know they both was gonna leave.
Because you got to think about it. Puff was mad. Remember, even Big said Puffy, he couldn't let him know that he was doing the Junior Mafia writing for them because he knew Puffy would get mad.
Yeah, because that money was going to Puffy. Now, so Junior Mafia, all the writing, they took all the writing credits, but they kicked back to Big.
Facts.
They kicked back that money to Big. Like, yo, here, this is your money right here, bro. You know what I'm saying? We get our little cut, but this is your money. You know what I mean? Because you wrote all the music.
Rap game, just like the crack game. Cutthroat.
Yo, here we go, y'all. Check this shit out. Here we go. Let's finish. This is about to be over in a minute. Hold on.
He was running his mouth way too much. Can we all agree? Okay, cool. I think we can all agree to that because, why are you even... Okay, so he thought he had immunity based on the proffer agreement.
Greg, you've been a piece of the dog.
Why don't you go over your paperwork that clearly...
One, Daryl Carr says, so what you brothers think that the end game will be? It's a good question right there. The end game? Really, the end game is gonna be like this. Reggie Wright lied on Stan. He lied to Keefe D indictment hearing. You know what I'm saying? You know what's gonna happen, right? Once they go back and start looking at all the interviews Keefe D did and said that the next health speaking shit wasn't working, the walkie-talkie wasn't working yet. And then he just said in the Keefe D thing that it was working. You know what's gonna happen, right? That's case gonna get thrown out because Reggie Wright lied.
Facts.
It's gonna get because once you lie to the grand jury hearing, yo, you lied. Everybody know you lied, 100% lied about a lot of shit. So they're gonna throw that shit out. His statements and shit they're gonna throw out because he lied. He's gonna be held in contempt of court. That shit gonna be thrown out.
So are you saying the paid Keefe D off? Think they could have paid Keefe D off to start talking?
No. What's gonna happen is he lied. Reggie Wright Jr. lied to the grand jury. That's how they indicted Keefe D. So once they realize Reggie Wright Jr. lied about one thing, they're gonna start questioning all this shit about the other thing, and they're gonna have to do something. They're gonna have to throw that case out, bro.
Bro, they ain't throwing this case out. 25 years later, and then they're just gonna throw it out. Say, oh,
the nigga lied on stand, bro. You know what I'm saying, Cross? You know what I'm saying? Me and Cross, we dealt with the law.
Yeah, but I see what you're saying. But then, like I said, I'm like you. I think nothing gonna really come. I don't know, man. I just don't get the fact that, you know what I'm saying? Like, even when they did the Vlad interview, the Vlad said that he didn't give him the raw tapes. He only gave him what was on there. Well, then it goes back to say, well, he thought he was. I don't understand how he thought he had immunity to the point where they could just say this, and then Reggie Wright just comes out and just tells the story, and nothing happens. And then all of a sudden, all this shit come out now, like now.
Hold on, you gotta think about it. Reggie Wright said that he was saying, "Oh yeah, they're gonna get Keefe D. They're gonna get Keefe D." Everybody was like, "How you know that?" We say, "No, they ain't gonna get Keefe D." The reason he knew because he testified in the grand jury hearing to get Keefe D locked up. Y'all hear what I'm saying? He testified.
That's right. Nah, you're right. So yeah, it just, to me, it just, I don't know, bro. It just, all of a sudden, all this coming out, and now they and like, okay, when they raided his house, they found evidence from 30 years. Like why he ain't hide the evidence? Why is the evidence?
I don't believe they found no evidence of 30 years ago, bro.
That's what they found a magazine with Tupac's face on the cover.
That's
evidence. Yeah, come on, bro.
He's not gonna still have the same gun that he did the shoot with all them years ago. He's a street nigga. He gonna toss that shit.
Right, you ain't gonna keep shit that got for 30 years. Like, unless they went looking for something that he knew he had, where he was protecting himself, where he like, yeah, I'm gonna hold on to this. This is something I got, and maybe the cops, the LA cops itself, went after him. Maybe they went after him because maybe he was going. I don't know, bro. I just don't like. I mean, that you would have thought that they would have been on this motherfucking case a little bit harder. Damn near.
Hold up. If Keefe D don't get locked up, you know we'll get locked up, right? Reggie Wright? For lying?
Yeah.
And then John McCann said they could have planted evidence. That's true too. You know cops dirty than a motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying. Like, somebody, if they're saying that from the Crips, the Bloods, the police, the rap artists, the label, everybody has something to do with it. It just seemed like all of a sudden now they trying to say, okay, you know what? We know this nigga dying, Keefe D dying. Let's hit him with all this stuff. The stress alone gonna fuck him up, and he gonna die. And then we're gonna say, yep, that's what killed him. He was stressed out.
Hold on, yo, Big E, yo, hit that link, bro, because you know you was Compton Crip back in the day. You retired Compton Crip. Hit that link and let us know what you heard and what you think about the shit. We need Cali blood in the building too. So go ahead, Big E, hit the link. I'm about to put the link back in there again, in case you don't see it. Yeah, it's pinned, nigga.
Yeah. Big E, you gotta come up, man. You know?
So your phone, let's give you a second. All right. I'll put the link back in there.
Gotta let us know what the West Coast feel about all this. You know what I mean? For real.
He just said that
Oh, he's on the forklift.
he said, but he just said it. He said that they been said it. He said they been saying it. The West Coast been saying that it happened like that. That Orlando Anderson wasn't a shooter. You know what I mean? Y'all heard me?
Yeah.
And we all know that, and everybody know that. I just don't get why did they make a documentary? Why did they do all this shit? Why your boy Ben Crump do all that dumb shit? And they made the documentary saying it was Lando, but then we all know in the streets it wasn't Orlando. Suge said it ain't Orlando. Everybody said it ain't Orlando. The police said. Then how did it keep coming? Why does it keep coming back to Orlando?
Iowa. What's that? Yeah, I heard of Iowa. What's
Because
Iowa, yo?
Orlando's dead. That's why. Pin it on the dead man. That's how they did in the Boozy case, you know? Or somebody else.
Yeah.
Man, let me see. Iowa Network. Let me see. Y'all ever heard of Iowa Network? I'm trying to find it right now. Oh shit. Hey, post the link. Yeah, definitely post the link for me. I appreciate it. I was about to ask you, post the link. Yeah.
Yeah, can't nobody speak once the dead, man. That's why I said once that happened, shit, it's a done deal. You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't get if everybody, even the police, why they just didn't say, okay, Orlando didn't have, we don't know who it is, but everybody said, what was Orlando?
Yeah, we can hear you, Cross. What you say? Cross, you break it up. Jersey Rich, salute. Cross, you there? His phone must have broke up. Mac, you can hear me, Mac?
Yeah.
Cross. I don't know Cross phone. Hold on 1 second. Let's
So
go.
that's probably reason.
Hold on 1 second. Here we go. Yeah, let's go back to this.
Will tell you how long this lasts or whatever the case might have been. I don't know, but that boy was running his mouth and it got him straight to the feds. You know? And everybody keeps saying, oh, he's gonna come at Diddy next. He's gonna try to tell him on Diddy. We shall see, because this is gonna be well documented in the public eye for sure. Everything that goes on. But I hear, they say his lawyer couldn't make it or whatever, but like, wow, like, kind of lawyer? It had to have been a public defender. Because if it was somebody getting paid on retainer already, boy, they would have been there at that arraignment for sure. What y'all think? But these turn of events is getting kind of crazy. And we're going to keep our ears to the streets, man. What y'all think about Dirt Rock? Got a video on YouTube about 4 years ago talking about the whole situation.
Yeah, we played that yesterday, yeah.
He's informant. What? Man, this is crazy. But other than that, I appreciate the support. My message of today, communication is key. Do what you got to do. Stay out from sticky situations. Keep your best foot forward. Make the most of your 24 hours.
Call facts,
get to the bag. And that comes to a dreamer, of course. So that means go be proactive. Put foot to pavement. And go bleed the block.
Yeah, here we go, y'all. Here we go. Hold on. But yeah, Reggie Wright, nigga been lying a lot. Yeah, he been lying a lot. There you go, where's it? There you go, where's it at, yeah. Now this is what I'm talking about. Shit crazy. White 100 all on Keefe D back.
Who is that? Yo, P. Ray in here, bro.
He just popped in.
Keefe D show up to arraignment with no lawyer and says DJ Vlad got to take the stand. What? I want to give a shout out to Whack 100 and the whole 100 side morning show. Let's get to the content.
It's Ray Gift TV.
Ray Gift TV, the GOAT.
PD, this is his arraignment date. So he went to court today to get arraigned, and he showed up without any legal representation, and he asked for a 2-week continuance because his, I guess his alleged lawyer had other obligations. But to me, it sounds like the nigga don't got no lawyer, because it ain't no way a lawyer ain't showing up for your murder trial.
They didn't give him a bail?
Nah, no bail.
It don't sound like it.
That's what I'm reading as of yet. No bail. All this shit is coming out as it go though.
So he asked for a 2-week continuance?
Yeah, because I guess he said his attorney had a conflict of interest on his calendar or something like that.
He asked for it himself, though. He did it himself, though. He said, hey, Judge, I need to continue.
Here we go, y'all. I found it. Thanks, young lady. I appreciate it. It was fair use, y'all. But we're about to get to that.
Your daughter a favor this year by getting her a
Smash that like button.
It says
definitely smash the like button.
All right, it's exclusive, y'all. IDN man. I'm gonna read the actual grand jury transcript. It's a few parts to the grand jury transcript. I'm gonna read the first part for you guys. This was recorded, let me see, July 27, 2023. Long story short, the grand jury transcripts records the statements from these two witnesses that we're going to go over today. I'm only going to include one. The other one is a retired police officer that was doing security at the MGM. He really doesn't say anything during the transcripts. He just confirms that Orlando Anderson was.
Hold on.
Our gang unit, we only really. Can you describe to us what level of narcotics distribution Mr. Davis had? Yeah, he was at the highest level there is. I mean, he trafficked drugs across the United States. How do I know this? Because in our gang unit, we only really dealt with shootings and murders, so we didn't have the manpower or the time to deal with someone like Keefe at this level. So during my time in the gang unit, we were contacted by several agencies like the FBI and the DEA who wanted intelligence on Mr. Keefe D, and they told us that he was trafficking narcotics across the country and they were going to investigate it. Is it fair to say in 1997, you guys executed another search warrant on Mr. Davis's residence? Yes. And then in that 1997 residence, did you find a ceased bill or request of payment from the Monte Carlo Hotel? Yes. The Monte Carlo Hotel here in Vegas? Yes. And what was the reason that you seized that? Because it was relevant to the Tupac investigation? Yes. Now, this section of the grand jury transcript, we actually hear from the Compton police, and they give a real lowdown on Keefe D. They say Keefe D was one of the biggest drug traffickers in California, period, and he was running drugs to New York. This same person that he was running drugs to New York was the same one who provided the weapon to shoot Pac. So it's crazy. Make sure you watch the whole video. It's around 30 minutes. I cut all of the parts out. It also gives an insight on the gang life. It also gives insight on Keefe D's nephew, Orlando Anderson, how he had a rise to fame as far as the gang life go. It also talks about Tupac's alleged killer, Big Dre, how he was actually facing some other bodies in Compton before he passed away. So it's a lot. Make sure you watch the video. Thumbs it up. Let's get into it. Now, good morning, sir. Are you currently employed? No, I'm retired. What do you retire from? I was a police officer for 32 years. Can you tell us about your employment history? Yes, I was hired full-time by the city of Compton in 1983. Compton is like a 10 square mile city, and it has a population of about 100,000 people. And when I first started in 1983, there wasn't one residential area that wasn't claimed by the Crips or Bloods when I first started. I spent 5 years in patrol, and during this time, this is basically my introduction to the Crips and Bloods, because basically most of the activity and our radio calls were based around gang activity at the time. So I learned a lot about, the way they dressed, the territories that they claim, and I did this for 5 years until I was promoted to the gang unit in 1988. Now, my duties as a gang officer were to photograph and identify gang members, gather intelligence, and basically investigate all gang-related crimes. Now, when I first got into the gang unit in 1988, Compton was a very violent city. We were averaging in this little small town 70 to 80 homicides a year and hundreds of shootings going on at the time between the Crips and the Bloods. So what I did was I went out on a daily basis and contacted gang members. When I arrested them, I would speak to them and I would go out in the streets and I would talk to them on a casual basis too. And I saw the same people over and over again because it was such a small city. So I got to know all the gang members, each territory. We had over 55 active gangs at the time in this 10 little square mile city. So I did this until 1993 when I was promoted to gang homicide detective. I was there until the year 2000. So I spent 12 straight years in the gang unit in Compton, and during this time, I handled hundreds of homicide cases, thousands of shootings, and basically I got to know the way the gang members talk, the way they think, the way they act, basically their overall mentality about gang life in general. Also during this time, I testified in excess of 100 times as a gang expert in criminal court system. From 2001 to 2013, I left Compton and went to a different agency in Garden Grove.
Yeah, I heard that
and I was
too.
there for 13 years, from 2001 until 2010. I spent a lot of time teaching about Crips and Bloods at gang seminars, some very big, prestigious ones. One was right here in Las Vegas.
All right, somebody just asked me, how can a police officer be a rat? If you're a dirty cop, and after you retire, you still out there hustling and selling drugs in different communities, and you get caught, you start telling you the fucking rat because you're not a civilian. Capiche, my nigga? Cross.
Yeah,
am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah.
If you're a dirty cop and then you retire,
dirty cop is just a dirty cop that tell on niggas and rob niggas. That's no different than like they say, like an informant. You know what I'm saying? Informant, like mobs, like I did on my clip, that a mobster say the biggest killers and the biggest killers will end up being informants. So after he get done, if he don't tell and he was a street nigga and he don't tell it, he good. He just say, but he
hold on. Real reactions. Hold on. Listen to this nigga, yo. Real reactions. When he retired from the police force and he got caught selling drugs, weed, amphetamines in Ohio from Cali. And he called on his co-defenders. That don't make him a rat. He's not a cop no more. He's a fucking rat. He's a civilian.
Yeah, you're regular Joe Blow now. He should be taking his pension check, retiring.
Yeah. So if you hustle and selling drugs, you get caught, you go to jail for that shit. 2017 went to jail. Me and him locked at the same time. Went to the feds. The nigga
What kind of
told
shit is that? How
everybody.
can a police officer be a rat? Anybody could be a rat. How can a police officer be a rat?
Who this light-skinned nigga, yo? Oh, I don't know this light-skinned nigga. Them light-skinned niggas get sensitive when you talk about other light-skinned niggas. Put that punk nigga on timeout. Wolf is pot smiling Wolf is pot selling weed, amphetamines, ecstasy, all that dumb shit, bruh. Let's keep it popping. Let's go back to the story. Hold on.
All right.
Is this Keefe D? Is this Keefe D making a statement now, or is this his father making a statement?
Hey, we can even go even further before you get started. Shit, everybody know the famous Whitey Bulger. Whitey Bulger was an informant and he killed people, and he told on people to get them locked up, and he was police all the way to the day he died. Even though he was a gangster and an informant, he became police. You on the payroll, you the police.
Facts.
Government check from the police station or the government, and you work for the government, you police.
Got the government cheese.
This Reggie Wright testimony. The Reggie Wright testimony. I didn't know Reggie was that old.
Vegas
Goddamn.
called No Gangs, where 1,000 officers from around the country and around the world would show up to learn about Crips and Bloods. I also did this in California many times too. And the same thing, thousands of officers came to learn about Crips and Bloods from all over the country and all over the world, basically. So I was a police officer for 32 years. So about 25 to 26 of them I spent in the gang unit. So they wanted to know, they said, is it fair to say when it comes to Crips and Bloods, particularly in Compton, are you one of the, and particularly from the mid-90s, and maybe your partner, Tim Brennan, were the predominant experts in this particular area? Yes. All right, and I'm going to ask you about some of the 90s gangs in Compton. Okay, you mentioned Crips and Bloods. Can you tell us a little bit about the history of the Crips in Compton? Yeah, well, by the time I got there in 1983, all of the neighborhoods were already set. You know, the Crips originated in the early 70s and started in South Central Los Angeles. And they identified themselves by wearing the color blue and called themselves Crips. Well, these guys moved from South Central to Compton, and they started to claim territories around Compton. Okay, so they start working their way up north. Okay. So there's a group of people in the north side of our city. They lived on Piru Street and went to high school called Centennial High, and their colors were red. I talked to the guys that basically started the Pirus, and they lived on Piru Street in Compton. So basically, to combat the Crips, they just wanted to be different with their colors. So they were red, so they adopted the color red and called themselves West Side Pirus. The Pirus obviously identified themselves by wearing red, and they spread across the north side of the cities into Los Angeles. So basically, if you're a Piru, all of the gangs in Compton, they're like West Side Piru, Lauders Park Piru, they all end in Piru Street. So if you're in Los Angeles and they're all end with blood, like Bounty Hunter Bloods, for instance, is a gang in LA. So if you're from Compton, you're a Piru. If you're in LA, you're a Blood, you still wear red and you still claim blood. And then we'll go with the Crips. Tell us about the beginning of the Crips and what colors they identify and the kind of areas in Compton they claim. Yeah, like I said, they basically started in South Central in the early 70s, and they moved into Compton on the south side of the city. Most of the Pirus are on the north side of the city, and most of the Crips are on the south side of Compton. So they started coming in the early 70s. They claimed most of the south side of Compton and identified themselves by wearing the color blue. Is it fair to say that the Bloods and the Crips have rivalries over territory or other explicit activity? Definitely. Just because one red and one blue don't like each other. They had an ongoing feud between these guys, and it started from the beginning. So then they asked this question. They said, in understanding gangs, can you tell us a little bit about the structure of the gang? In particular, what work somebody has to put in to move up in the gang? He answers yes. Basically, 3 portions of a gangster's life. They start out from the ages of 12 to 16, and they're called BGs or baby gangsters. This is the beginning of a gangster's life, basically, and he spins. He doesn't have any respect at this point because he's just learning how to be a gangster. So he's in the neighborhood, he's guarding the territory, he's guarding the neighborhood, he's spraying painting on the walls, he's doing low-level stuff, protecting the neighborhood, and selling narcotics for the older gangsters. So from the age of about 16 to 24, you get in the next phase, and this is called a gangster phase. And this is where guys earn their most of the respect because this is where the most violent crime occurs. These guys start earning their stripes, as we call it, in the streets by doing different drive-bys. They're fighting, they're doing robberies, they're fighting with the police. So basically, the more violent crime, the more respect you get amongst the gang members. Get respect from outside of other gangs also, but if you're known as a shooter, someone who's violent, and other gangs are afraid. So they give you the respect. Hey, these guys are killers, so don't mess with them. So by the time you're 24, 25, you enter the next phase. Most of these guys during the violent phase, gangster phase, end up in prison, go to jail, they do their time, they put in their work in the neighborhoods, have the respect of their peers. So they get out of jail and they move up, and they're called older gangsters. So these guys, that's the ultimate respect. They can become shot callers because they put in the time, they put in the work for the gang, and they tell the young gangsters to do it. They listen to them without hesitation because if the younger gangsters don't listen to them, something's bad going to happen. So the shot callers or the OGs, they're the ones instructing the soldiers or the gangsters what to do. That's correct. You mentioned this a little bit, but I want to develop it a little bit more. You're a soldier and you're told what to do by an OG, or you're told not what to do by an OG. And if you disobey, are there consequences? He answers definitely. And what type of consequences may the soldier face? We've had anything from getting beat down by fellow gangsters all the way up to murder. So now I want to focus a little bit on the Southside Crips. Specifically, are you aware of a group called the Southside Compton Crips? Yes, sir. Were they also just called the Southside Crips? And when you say Southside Compton Crips and Southside Crips, are you talking about the same crew? Yes. Do they have a particular territory in Compton? Yes. They're one of our larger gangs, and they're located in the southeast portion of Compton. Do they have any particular colors that they wear or any type of customs that are specific to the Southside Crips? It says, yes, they identify themselves by wearing blue. So if you contact a Southside Crip gang member, they'll have some type of blue on them. Blue shoelaces, blue bandana, a blue belt, anything blue. They wear blue hats. They adopted the Seattle Mariners hat because it has an S on it. It was a blue hat with the S on it, so it stood for Southside Crips. Now, we're probably over 100 active gang members documented with the Southside Crips, and I guess they're one of our most notorious gangs. I investigated every crime imaginable, all the way up to the possession of firearms, possession of assault rifles, and sales of narcotics to robbery and murder. So would it be fair to say that one of the common activities of the Southside Crips, as you mentioned, to commit narcotic transactions, weapon discharges, murders, beatdowns, robberies, etc.? Yes, sir. You mentioned shooters before. Is there a way that something that shooters sometimes have to go through from BG status to soldier status? Well, like I said, most of them become gangster because they do the most violent crimes. So you're going to be your shooters and the guys that go and drive-by shootings and commit robberies and so on. Are you familiar? I'm going to show you what's marked as state or grand jury's exhibit number 3. Are you familiar with somebody by the name of Orlando Anderson? Yes. We're pulling up number 3. I'm displaying grand jury record exhibit number 3 on the monitor. Do you recognize this person? He says, yes, that's Orlando Anderson. In your time working with gangs in Compton in the 90s, did you become familiar with Mr. Anderson? Yes, he says, how so? I'm very familiar with Orlando Anderson. I've seen him many times in the Southside Crip neighborhood and other places also. He also admitted to me that his nickname, he goes by Baby Lane. He's admitted that he's a Southside Crip member. When I would see him, he would also be in company with other Southside gang members. And I guess you could say I was there for the initiation into the gang. Me and my partner were coming out of a fast food restaurant just adjacent to their territory, and Orlando and 2 other Southside Crips were waiting for us to come out in the bushes, and they opened fire, shot at us. And so, like I say, I watched him grow up in the neighborhood. And in my book, he's definitely a hardcore gangster because at the time of Tupac's shooting, we had already been investigating him on 2 other prior murders, gang-related murders in the city of Compton. So with regards to Mr. Anderson, were you aware of him being a shooter and his status within the Southside Crips? Yes, sir. I want to ask you about a guy named DeAndre Smith. That will be a grand jury exhibit number 4. Do you recognize this person depicted in grand jury exhibit number 4? Yes, that's DeAndre Smith. And how do you know Mr. Smith? Again, during my time in the streets of Compton, I had dealings with him many times. He admitted to me that his nickname was Big Dre. He admitted that he was a Southside Crip gang member, and he was always in company of other Southside Crip gang members. You mentioned that during the mid-90s, you were aware that Mr. Anderson was in the soldier phase of his gangster evolution. Is that right? That's correct. Where was Mr. Smith in this phase of the gangster status? He was the same as Orlando. As a matter of fact, they were friends. I would see them 2 together all the time. I'm going to show you now grand jury number 5. Okay, before we get to grand jury number 5, you had mentioned that you investigated Mr. Anderson regarding murder or 2 prior to the incident out here in Las Vegas. Is that correct? Yes. And was Mr. Smith involved in any of those activities? Yes, he was involved in one incident with Mr. Orlando Anderson where he supposedly killed somebody at a party over an argument. So is it fair to say that this helps inform that they were both active gang members and the level of their status of the Southside Crips? Yes, sir. Now I'm going to show you grand jury exhibit number 5. Do you recognize this person depicted? Yes, that's Terry Brown or Terrence Brown. And did he have a nickname? Yeah, they called him Bubble Up. Now, how did you know Mr. Brown? I would see him many times. He admitted to me his nickname was Bubble Up. He admitted that he was a Southside Crip member. And when I saw him, he always was in the company of other Southside Crip gang members. I would put him in against the hardcore phrase as well. He was arrested, I know, for drugs and weapon violation. Now, you mentioned that before that you had talked with a lot of people, both in custody and out of custody. And now you're talking about these gangsters talking to you about, their nicknames and admitting what gangs they were in. As somebody who did, so many years in the gang unit in Compton, do you have an explanation on why people would talk to you or to your partners as to what they were doing, who they were in the neighborhood? And he said, yeah, Troll, we let Patrol be the bad guy. So if you're hanging out drinking and shooting dice over the corner or whatever, Patrol would come over and shoot them off. So they didn't like the Patrol. So when we would come in the gang unit, we took a different approach because we needed to gather intelligence as to who was fighting who's the main players, and what their nicknames was. So when we contacted them, it was more on a casual basis. Unless we saw them commit a crime or something, we would have to deal with it. So we go out, we wore jeans, t-shirts that said police on it, and we had an unmarked car. So they knew who we were. Of course, we would go out there more of a casual basis and contact these guys and talk to them. And is it fair to say that even some of these hardcore gangsters would be able to have a normal, casual, civilized conversation with them? Yes, because over the years, we will build rapport with these guys. I mean, they knew us and we knew them, and they knew if they crossed the line, we could arrest them, but we weren't going to sweat them on small stuff, so they talked to us. Is it fair to say that you and your partner had within a 10 square miles of Compton as gang detectives? Definitely. And who was your partner at the time? Tim Brannon. Did he have a nickname? Yeah, all the gangsters called him Blondie because he had blonde hair and blue eyes. But wasn't Mr. Brennan actually featured on one or more songs in reference to Blondie? Yes. Now I'm going to refer attention to Grand Jury Exhibit number 2. Do you guys recognize this person in Grand Jury Exhibit number 2? Yes, that's Keefe Davis. And were you aware of any nickname he went by? Yeah, they called him Keefe D. And did you have any interactions with Mr. Davis? I had many interactions with Mr. Davis throughout my years in Compton. He admitted to me that his name was Keefe D, and I basically used to chase him around. He used to sell drugs on the street when he was a young kid, and I watched him grow up to be one of the biggest narcotics dealers in Compton. Now, we talked about the structure from baby G's to gangsters to OGs. In the mid-90s, where was Mr. Davis? He was definitely a shot caller. He ran, and it was a faction. Southside Crips used to be one big happy family, but they had an internal feud, and they split up in two fractions, and Keefe D ran. They called him the Burris Street Kangaroo, and he was definitely the leader. Now, in the Burris Street crew, would that include Orlando Anderson? Yes. Would that include DeAndre Smith? Yes. Would that include Terrence Brown? Yes. And we talked earlier about the people with various roles within the gang. So if Mr. Davis is an OG/shot caller, is it your expert opinion that Mr. Davis, that Mr. Anderson, Mr. Smith, and Mr. Brown would be required to follow orders of Mr. Davis? Yes. Now, is it also to your opinion, if Mr. Davis told them not to do something, would they not do it? Yes. So when you're talking about generally a violent act, in your expert opinion, would either Mr. Anderson, Mr. Smith, or Mr. Brown shoot somebody without the express statement of Mr. Davis to shoot them? If he was there with them and he ran the show, they would have to do what he said. So if he wasn't there, they might have done something on their own, correct. But if he's there with them, they're not shooting anybody unless Mr. Davis is going to give the green light. That's correct. So he was literally a shot caller, without a doubt. I want to ask you something I kind of skipped over before, and I meant to go back, no problem. Now, how important is respect in gang culture? Now, it's huge. These guys live their lives based on respect. They demand it. And like I said, they have their own respect. So the more the violent they are, the more crazy they are, the more respect they get. Now, tell me about disrespect. How is it viewed within the gang culture? Now, disrespect and retaliation, to me, go hand in hand. Disrespect of these guys, I'm going to try to find the words here. Hold on, let me see. Based on thousands of crimes that I've committed, I'd say 90% of them are a result of disrespect within the gang culture. Now, an example of this would be gangsters walking down the street. A rival gang shows up in a car. Say there's 5 of them in a car. They jump down and beat this gangster down. Well, he's got to go back to the neighborhood and say, hey, these guys came over. They disrespected me. They beat me down. We got to go retaliate, because if you disrespect one gangster, you would disrespect all. Another example would be a carload comes to your neighborhood and they do a drive-by. They shoot one of your homies, as they say. Hey, they came to our neighborhood. They shot one of our homies. They totally disrespected us. We got to go retaliate. So it's kind of like a revolving door with these guys with the disrespect and retaliation. I think you misspoke. You said thousands of crimes you committed. I think you meant thousands of crimes you investigated. He says, yeah, that investigated. I'm sorry. All right. Now I want you to turn your attention to a group called the Mob Paru. Are you familiar with them? Yes. And can you tell us a little?
That nigga rattled himself already. He said thousands of crimes I committed. I heard that shit.
That's crazy.
The cop trying to save him too. The prosecutor trying to save his punk ass.
Yeah.
Are you sure that's what you meant? He's like, no, that's what I mean. Yeah, I haven't looked at that yet. Nah, he meant what he said. Thousands of crimes he committed.
Yeah, he meant what he said. You can't confuse I committed or they committed.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you don't make that mistake.
Not at all, bro.
That's crazy.
Yo, let's finish listening to it, y'all. Let's finish listening to it. Yeah, boy. Man,
Tell us a little bit about the Mob Paru. Yes, they're located in the northeast portion of the city, so they're probably about a mile away from the Southside Crips where it starts. They're a mile apart. They're a smaller gang, and their territory is probably a quarter mile in each direction. These guys originated in 1975/76, and they were an offshoot of one of the largest gangs called the Launders Park Paru. Now, these group of the next generation, they wanted their own territory and their own area as they started the Mob Paru, which stands for Members of the Bloods. Now, these guys were probably 35 to 45 active Mob Paru gang members. And again, during my time in Compton, I investigated every type of crime imaginable with these guys, all the way up to the possession of firearms and sales of narcotics, all the way to robbery and murder. And I think I skipped too far with the regards of Keefe D, who depicted right here on Grand Jury number 2. You mentioned that you had information through your investigation that Mr. Davis was a big-time drug dealer. Can you describe to us what level of narcotics distribution Mr. Davis had? Yeah, he was at the highest level there is. I mean, he trafficked drugs across the United States. How do I know this? Because in our gang unit, we only really dealt with shootings and murders, so we didn't have the manpower or the time to deal with someone like Keefe at this level. So during my time in the gang unit, we were contacted by several agencies like the FBI and the DEA who wanted intelligence on Mr. Keefe D, and they told us that he was trafficking narcotics across the country and they were going to investigate it. He was also arrested for trafficking narcotics too in his past. In the terms of how that, and what places him in the ranking of the gang to somebody who can generate revenue through the sales of narcotics, especially at that level, does that elevate him within the structure of the gang? Yes. What is the revenue basis for people to purchase firearms? Do they have any things that associate with the gang life? Now, he says every gang member in Compton, the sales of narcotics is their lifeline. Most of them do not work. They sell drugs to pay their rent. They sell drugs to buy weapons and more drugs to buy cars. It's their lifeline to the gang, really. If it's fair to say, at least in the mid-90s, Mr. Davis was a person providing a lifeline to this group of the Southside Compton Crips. Definitely. And then I'm going to show you Grand Jury Exhibit number 7. Do you recognize the person depicted in this? He says, yes. I don't know his real name. I only know him as Zip. And did he have any connection to Mr. Davis that you became aware of in your course of investigation and his involvement investigating the Southside Compton Crips? Yes, we were told that this guy Zip was his connection on the East Coast in New York. So is it fair to say that Mr. Davis, when you say Mr. Davis was supplying narcotics to the nation, is it fair to say that this person depicted in Grand Jury Exhibit number 7, Zip, was one of the people he was doing it with, transacting narcotics to the East Coast? That's correct. Going back to the Mob Paru, were you aware or not in the mid-90s, Mob Paru had an association with a record label? So these guys were associated with Death Row Records and Suge Knight. Suge Knight grew up in the Mob Paru territory. He wasn't a gang member. He lived in the neighborhood, so he knew all these guys. So when he started the label Death Row Records, he hired these guys from the Paru mob to be his bodyguards and his entourage. So I want to talk to you about these people that Suge Knight had working for him as security during the mid-90s. Can you show Grand Jury Exhibit number 6? Do you recognize this person depicted in Grand Jury number 6? He says, yes. That's Trayvon Lane. Mr. Lane, did he have an association with the Mob Piru? Yes, again. I had many contacts with him over the years. They called him Trey. He admitted to me that he was a Mob Piru gang member. He was always with other Mob Piru gang members, and he was one of Suge Knight's bodyguards. To me, being a gang expert, Suge Knight wasn't going to hire, somebody that wasn't tough or hardcore enough to be his bodyguard and defend him. So these guys were hardcore gang members. Now, did you know anybody that went by the name of Neckbone? He says, yes, that's Roger Williams. Yes. Did Mr. Roger Williams have any association with Mob Piru? Yes, he was a Mob Piru gangster, and his nickname was Neckbone, and he was also Suge Knight's bodyguard. Do you know anybody that went by the name of Buntree? Yes, Buntree is Alton McDonald. Again, he was Suge Knight's bodyguard, a known Piru member. And he was somebody that you also would consider a hardcore gangster. Then did you know anybody who went by the name of Mob James? That's James McDonald. He was also probably the OG saddest. He's an older gangster, but he definitely claimed Mob Piru. And was he associated at all with Death Row Records to your knowledge? He was also one of their bodyguards. So it's fair to say that given the hardcore gangsters that Mr. Knight was surrounding himself with, Mob Piru was deeply associated with Death Row Records. Yes. Did you become aware of the incident at the Lakewood Mall involving a Death Row chain? He says yes. And can you tell us about it? Yes. Now, after Tupac was shot here in Las Vegas, we find out that incident happened prior to the shooting at a Lakewood Mall, which was 5 to 10 miles away from Compton. Some guys would go to Foot Locker and get their shoes because there's no place in Compton except for a swap meet to get tennis shoes. So they all went to the Lakewood Mall to the Foot Locker. Trayvon Lane was with a couple of his buddies, and he had on his Death Row necklace that Suge gave them, and he was confronted by Orlando Anderson, about 5 to 6 other Southside Crip gang members, and they tried to take Trayvon Lane's Death Row chain. They beat him down. They beat Trayvon down at the Lakewood Mall. And relevant to your gang expertise, with something like that, would there be a consequence for an incident like that? Well, like I said, Trayvon Lane is going to go back. He's going back to his group, the Mob Piru and Suge Knight, and he's going to tell them what happened. He's going to tell them these Southside Crips disrespect him. They beat him up. They tried to take my chain. So there would be some type of retaliation for that. And now I'm going to show you as Grand Jury Exhibit number 41. Do you guys recognize what is depicted in Grand Jury number 41? Yes, what is that? That's a Death Row chain or necklace that Suge Knight gave his entourage. And I became aware of that in 1995 for a Christmas present. Suge Knight gave his 4 or 5 of his entourage that names that we just said, Buntree, Trey, Neckbone, gave them all real nice necklaces. He also gave one of these to the head of security, Reggie Wright Jr. He gave these necklaces for Christmas presents. He only gave them out to a few at a time, and it was a very prestigious to these gang members to wear, and when they wore it, it was like a badge of honor. And it's relevant to your expertise that Trayvon Lane not only received the beatdown, he had a very prestigious item taken from him by the Southside Crips. Yes. And it will further escalate the need for retaliation for Mob Piru. I don't know if it further escalated it, but it definitely would. They would definitely have some type of retaliation for that. They did. Are you aware of the shooting that occurred here September 6, 1996? Yes. And how did you become aware of the shooting? Well, I was at home when I received a call from my boss, Reggie Wright Sr. Now, Reggie Wright Jr., he was the head of security for Suge Knight, and his dad was our boss. So after the Tupac shooting, he called his father and told him, hey, Tupac and Suge was just shot, and they're saying it was Southside Crips. So in turn, Reggie Wright Sr. called us and said, hey, Suge Knight just got shot. Tupac also got shot. He's in critical condition. They're saying it's Southside Crips, so get ready. It's coming back to Compton. Why would it be relative for people in Compton if the shooting happened all the way in Las Vegas? Well, because we're going to have a war as a result of this, because these guys were 2 of the biggest hip hop stars, plus one had Mob Piru, their entourage, and they were going to retaliate against these guys for shooting Tupac and Suge Knight. So when the war started in Compton, it kind of just, to me as a gang expert, we were getting from Las Vegas was true. Now, you mentioned a war started. Can you tell us a little bit about the immediate aftermath of the Tupac shooting as it affected Compton? Well, 2 days after Tupac was shot, we had our first drive-by shooting, which was one of the OGs from the Southside Crips. He was shot in the back as he was going into the market. It was a mile away from their territory, but that was the first shooting of many. So the next 10 days, it had been 3 murders, 11 drive-by attempted murder shootings between Mob Piru and the Southside Crips. It happened in the city of Compton, so we had a very violent war going on as the result of something that happened in Las Vegas. So it's fair to say, even for a place as violent as Compton, the violence escalated between the Southside Crips and Mob Piru in the immediate aftermath of the shooting. That's correct, because prior to the shooting of Tupac, beside them just being normal enemies, their territory just a mile away from each other, we really didn't have anything going on. No shootings between them at the time until after the Tupac shooting. To show you what was previously marked as the grand jury exhibit number 8, in order to help Las Vegas as you figure out what's going on both here in Compton, did you at one point have LAPD or Compton PD officers come here and try to identify people at the MGM? Yes, that's my partner. He went to Las Vegas to assist the Las Vegas with the shooting of Tupac because they had the tape and wanted him to identify some members. And since then, has you had the opportunity to review the tape yourself? Yes. I'm going to ask you if you recognize anybody in this video. Okay, you can pause it here at 18 seconds. It appears that there's a fight or a beating occurring in the middle portion of the video. Is that correct? Yes. Now, can you, if you play it slow or play it a little bit, can you recognize any of these folks involved in this beating? Yes. Who do you recognize? That guy right there in the all white and black hat is Buntry, and he was Alton McDonald. His nickname is Buntry. And he was one of the people you had previously discussed as being a Mob Piru member who was associated with Death Row Records. Yes. Can you pause right here? Oh, I just missed it. Sorry, let me go back. Okay, we're about 27 seconds into the video. Is anybody else that you recognize in this video? The 2 people right there, the guy in the all black. Can I get up? Yes, this guy right here in the all black is Roger Williams, or Neckbone. He was one of the Mob Piru bodyguards, like I mentioned before, and Suge Knight here in all gray. If we can proceed. We have reviewed this video previously. Were you able to tell who the victim was of the beating? Who was that? He says Orlando Anderson. And that's the same Orlando Anderson who was a hardcore gangster of the Southside Compton Crips. He says that's correct. Would that beating like that be consistent with your understanding of retaliation for an incident that occurred? This incident that occurred at the Lakewood Mall? Definitely. So that's the best I got. Is that person who's taking the beating, that's Orlando? Yes. Can you see Mr. Shakur involved in this video also? It's hard to see. He's in.
All right, y'all. Tell me what y'all think.
Yeah, that's wild, bro. Because he said something. He said they only gave out the Death Row chain to prestigious gang members, and Reggie Wright Jr. got one. He was the first one to get one. So that's probably why they all got pissed. Like, he called his dad, and then his dad put out the word. That's crazy.
Yo, Swallow Fat is on point with this shit. Yo.
Yeah.
Yo, what's your lawyer, son, Swallow Fat? Either she a lawyer or she a gangster. One or the other, bro.
That's crazy.
Nigga name was Neckbone.
Probably a bit of both, you know?
Huh?
I said I like both.
You like Neckbone? Neckbone? You nasty. Yo.
Says you like Neckbone.
Now, I'm trying to tell you. What I'm trying to tell you is you got to be a real hard motherfucker to walk around with a name like that.
Yo, them college niggas have some weird ass names though.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. You better carry it. You named yourself that bullshit. So
now he ain't named himself that. His boys named him that shit. He probably looks like he Neckbone when he was a kid. And the boys like, Neckbone, come here.
So yeah, right.
But he carried it though. Anybody can call you anything. That don't mean you got to carry it around.
But most of the time people give you a nickname, you carry that nickname for the rest of your life, even if you don't like the nickname. Other people might not call you that, but the people close to you call you that shit. And you be mad as hell, but you don't want to fuck them up.
I want to say
dog, shitty cuz.
He said shitty cuz?
Well, yeah, I think it was named Shitty Cuz.
Yeah, the one that killed Nip. His name was Shitty Cuz.
Nah, I wouldn't carry that one.
Hey, hold on. What they call big draws. You say big draws.
Yeah, big draw.
But what I wanted to say is, when he said what he said about I did 1,000,000 crimes.
Right. He the
But no,
police.
yeah, but look, this is what I wanted to say. I'm not trying to take it from because I don't know him. He probably did 1,000,000 crimes after the fact. But what I wanted to say is we grow up. We grow from 0 to whatever we are. We grow and we change. He probably did a lot of crimes growing up. He probably did. And that's what I'm telling you from myself. Now, I don't know.
He's still doing crime at 50. He's got a federal bid.
Yeah, exactly. He just did a bid.
Poly ecstasy from California to Ohio.
He's been a piece of shit a long time. He's been a piece of shit a long time.
Yeah, he knew exactly.
That's why I said if I was to turn a cop tomorrow, sometimes you still got mentality of doing crime. I did crimes too. So when he said that, I was laughing because I'm going, okay. But I could say the same thing. I've done crimes and now I turn to police. That's why I said if I ever become a police, you already know I'm on the take because you can pay me, I'm gonna do anything. I'm gonna protect you. I ain't saying shit. I'm gonna let you know.
But you just said the key thing. You ain't gonna say shit. This nigga talking.
Talking to the grand jury.
Yeah, this nigga talking to people he don't know.
He's a good cop gone bad.
You're right. That's how you supposed to. That's how you supposed to do it. You ain't supposed to go tell everybody.
But once you become a bad cop, you gotta go by the street rules now.
Right.
Once you're a dirty cop, it's all street rules coming now.
For real, no rat.
You can't switch that shit, man. Because, man, come on.
Well,
but
just
you know the cops don't want to end up in jail.
But like you just said before, you was like, yo, if they make me a cop, shit, I'm gonna be like, he went straight into your street mentality. So, but you can't turn around and say, I'm a street, but hey, guess what? But I'm a cop though, y'all. I gotta tell and do my job. I'm a cop though. I'm a cop. I took the oath.
Yeah, you right about that.
Yeah, that's what we say. Shit, either you're gonna be a dirty cop or you're gonna be a good cop. If you're a good cop, there's nothing we can say about it because you're doing your job, Mr. Officer. Mr. Officer.
Temptation is real. Temptation is real. And like I said, they don't pay them enough. So that's when they be like, okay, I can make more money looking out for these motherfuckers out here doing crime every day. And I know I get up and put on my badge every day, but money is money.
Right. So why, if you ain't making a lot of money, why you gonna go tell that you making the money?
I don't know.
That's all I'm saying. Like you hitting everything on the head. We would do the same thing. I ain't saying shit. I don't know them dudes. Them dudes, they're dead. The guys I used to know, they dead now. I don't know what you talking about. I'm too old for this shit. I can't remember half the shit that grew up. How you gonna know? And when he slipped up and said it, he's still, like you said, still doing crimes. He's like, yeah, I committed a lot of crimes. Wait a minute, when?
And he said, the homeboy said, I don't think you meant to say that.
Yeah, because then the average person be like, well, damn, I did some shit back in the days, but I ain't saying I'm committing crimes now. That shit
nigga told on himself.
That nigga told on himself.
Again.
And that's the motherfuckers who really shouldn't be saying a motherfucking word.
Yeah. Or you shouldn't even be.
You don't even know how to protect yourself. Fuck anybody else ratting on people. You don't know how to protect your fucking self.
Right.
That nigga told
so
much.
LAPD's the biggest gang, man. Y'all remember that?
That nigga told so much. That nigga told so much. He started telling on himself. He's like, I bet you ain't know this about me. I did over 1,000 crimes. What, nigga? You gonna shut your dumb ass up?
Yeah, probably the DA looking at him like, damn, dog, we went over this shit before, dog. You're not supposed to say shit. You steady talking.
Yeah, maybe
nigga chatty patty. That nigga real life chatty
patty. His conscience is killing him. His conscience is killing him like Keefe D, maybe, you know? So Keefe D had to come clean.
A fucking bitch. And then you wonder why we call y'all bitches. That's a straight up bitch right there. Talk too
Right.
fucking.
Still talking. Now I call some niggas bitches myself. You's a dumb bitch ass nigga.
Yeah.
Nigga, would
Somebody
you just
said,
shut
you
up?
need to tell on himself. How much money did you steal? That's what they should ask him. How much money was you stealing then? What did you do? If you
No,
committed so many
I
crimes.
would have been taking all the money. I don't give a fuck. If I
Right.
come into a crime scene and I see thousands of dollars, I'm taking it. If I'm taking
Right.
all, like we didn't get no money, but here go the drugs because no, I'm not doing that. But I'm gonna take the cash.
Nah, I'm taking the drugs and the cash. I'm gonna sell it to my homeboy on the corner. I'm like, yo, bro, check this
No,
out, man.
if
Just
you
bring back
going in,
50%, bro.
look, if you busting into a drug den, they want you to have drugs. I found all this drugs. I ain't find no cash.
I'm like, boy, I'm gonna be crooked. Yeah, what I signed up for to be crooked. I'm being crooked all the way. If I'm gonna get caught for taking the money, shit, I might as well get caught for taking everything. Then fuck it, let's just take it all. We didn't find nothing. The nigga pulled a gun and we had to shoot him. They do that shit all the time on TV.
You stupid.
Like,
so why did y'all bust in? Why did y'all bust in the damn door for it? And you ain't find shit? Now come on.
That was speculation. It was a speculation. It was speculated. Yeah, everything. Probable cause. No, your probable cause. I ain't bullshit.
Probable cause is a motherfucker nowadays, bro.
Man, what you talking about?
Yeah, and every 25 cases you've been on, you ain't never came up with nothing. No.
Right.
Nah, I'm gonna come with the little shit.
Yeah, it's just the little things that count. Like you picked up him saying he committed multiple crimes. It's just the little shit. Just change the word a little bit. He could have said he saw them do. He could have saw them. He said, well, man, I heard that they committed multiple crimes. He said he did it. He didn't even include them in it. That shit crazy, man. You can't make this shit up. This shit worse than General Hospital.
Oh, yeah, I missed a few episodes. I'm going to have to get back on.
Yeah, I missed about a year at General Hospital.
Yo, them shows were on for when they?
All right, here we go. Let's go back to let's listen to the rest of it, John. Hold on. I had to pause a little bit so they wouldn't say that. They could have
He's in there. I can't. Okay, immediately walking away. Do you see Mr. Shakur just ahead of Mr. Knight? Yes, I'm going to show you grand jury exhibit number 42, which the video is playing. Does it appear this video is just after the beating that we just saw? Okay, do you recognize the people that are walking towards the exit of the casino? It's all of the people that were there during the beatdown. And now I want to show you a little bit better view of Mr. Shakur. Yes, that's him in the front. He's in the front of Suge Knight right here. He's in the front of Suge Knight. That's Buntry just took off his hat and Trayvon Lane right behind him. Were you familiar with somebody by the name of Frank Alexander? Yes, he was one of Suge Knight's security guards. He wasn't a gang member. He worked for Reggie Wright Sr. Well, Jr., I'm sorry. Passing it right here. Do you see Mr. Alexander? Yes, he's in the black. He's out front right here. Is it fair to say this video is depicting members of the death row entourage leaving the area of the beating of Mr. Anderson? Yes. Does it appear that they, along with people, were identified with death row or Mob Paru, along with various members of the crowd, leaving the MGM? Yes. You mentioned this war occurred.
Oh, they talking to the Crip nigga now, or they still talking to the cop? We ain't talking to Reggie Wright no more. They talking to that Crip nigga now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Yo.
The rat nigga. What's his name? Rat Crip? What's his name?
That Crip nigga, yeah. Dirty Draws. Whatever that nigga name is. Dirty Son. Well, all right.
Occurred as the result of the Tupac shooting. Did you guys have a nickname for the war that occurred? Was it called the 10-Day War, or am I just making that up? Well, I had said that before. I didn't know if it was a nickname. It's something you referred to. The aftermath of the Tupac shooting, you referred to as a 10-day war. Yes, as a result of these shootings you described, the murders you described occurred between Southside Compton Crips and Mob Paru immediately after the Tupac shooting. By you guys, I mean the Compton Police Department take any action to try to stop this? Yeah, we did. We put together a massive multi-gang search warrant, and we did this for several reasons. First, to send a message that, hey, you're going to stop killing each other. We wanted to put many of them in jail to stop the violence between the two gangs. It also tried to help the LAPD with the investigation of Tupac. We served search warrants on 39 locations on both sides, the Mile Pyru and the Southside Crips, and we arrested many of them. Now, among the people's residence that you did a search on, was Orlando's residence one of those? Yes. Was DeAndre Smith's? Yes. Terrence Brown? Yes. Keefe D? Yes. Now, is it fair to say, to your knowledge, no firearm used in the murder of Tupac was recovered? That is correct. Is it fair to say in 1997, you guys executed another search warrant on Mr. Davis's residence? Yes. And then in that 1997 residence, did you find a ceased bill or request of payment from the Monte Carlo Hotel? Yes. The Monte Carlo Hotel here in Vegas? Yes. And what was the reason that you seized that? Because it was relevant to the Tupac investigation? Yes. And that will only be relevant to the Tupac investigation because it showed that Mr. Davis was here in Las Vegas during the time of the murder of Tupac Shakur? Yes.
Okay, yeah, okay. No, it's not. It's the Vegas cop they talking to now. That's the Vegas cop talking now, y'all. They finished talking. They ain't talking the dirty. They talking the Vegas cop because they talking about the receipt they went to look for in Vegas at the Monte Carlo Hotel. So they talking to the Vegas cop right now. They ain't talking to the other rat chick. He probably coming up later on the next one because this one almost over.
Yes. Yes, the state has no further questions for this witness. Does the members of the grand jury have any questions for Mr. Ladd?
Transgender.
All right, y'all. Let's go. Let's go there. Let's get this popping. Let's get this popping, man. What y'all thinking? What y'all thinking? What y'all thinking?
Shit's crazy.
Oh man.
All orchestrated by the police. It comes back to what niggas was thinking in the first place.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that shit crazy, man.
Yo, I had to do this. I had to do this, man. Yo, I woke up early this morning. I was like, God damn it! I seen that shit. Like this nigga that talk to
Nah,
this
but
nigga
this
that
is the
testify.
big piece of the puzzle. Like, and no, this is a big piece of the puzzle because that nigga Reggie.
Hold on, fuck the
dirty
police
and
coming straight from the underground. Nigga, because I'm black and I'm proud.
So you think because Reggie lied, Keefe D's gonna get off? That's
I think
how
because
you
Reggie
looking at it.
lied, it's gonna fuck their case up. I'm not saying Keefe D gonna get off completely, but it's gonna fuck their case up. What sounds gonna happen, or they gonna let him get bail or something, he gonna die on the streets because he already got cancer. Oh fuck, you know what I'm saying?
They gonna play it off like that.
Yeah, they're just gonna play it like They're gonna string it along and shit. Third.
They can't toss it out, but somebody gotta wear it. I believe they really grabbed Keefe D so they could get at Puff to make Puff nervous. That's why I really believe they grabbed him. That's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? I believe they grabbed him to get at Puff.
Yeah, but Keefe is don't look like he's a rat, but then again, yeah, he did rat it. We took that proper agreement. But yo, that shit waxing. I don't know if
But
black
plus
niggas.
it's too many people involved. It's like a lot of people. You talking about from the police to, like I said, to record labels to entertainers. Man, that shit crazy. And it's coming down to one person.
Keefe.
That shit crazy.
And they all gonna tell. They all gonna tell on you. They all gonna tell on you. And look at Reggie the Rat Right taking a stand. Dang, come on, Reggie, right?
Yeah, everybody's telling on the West Coast. I thought it was gangster.
I didn't know how old Reggie Wright was. Let me see how old Reggie Wright is. Let me see how old Reggie Wright is, y'all. They say he's a cop since 83 or 84, something, right? How old is Reggie Wright Jr.? How old is Reggie Wright Jr.? I'll tell you right now. Hold up. Gotta Google this shit.
I remember seeing that nigga with the all red on, like looking like a little mini Suge and shit.
Right.
Like, all these niggas is Suge's minions. Still got mad minions with him.
Let's see. I'm right here, y'all. I'm gonna see this.
He's 57.
He's 50. Is it the right Reggie Wright though?
How many motherfuckers snitches Richie Wright?
Reggie Wright. Reggie Wright, please.
Born August 5th, 1966.
Damn.
Yeah, so he could have he could have been caught back in 84, 83, 84. Because he said he's 67, 57, right?
Yep.
Yo, the way they roll up on Tupac smooth on his right side like that in the white Cadillac, there ain't no way, dog. So it's like Bodyguard's like, oh, they got him. I heard that.
Yo, but I want to appreciate everybody come up on the platform. We had a nice long ass show today. A nice long ass one. Got my boy Cross, aka the Plug, in the building. Got the Mac Mizzle Show. We got Momo.
Momo.
Got in.
Momo B.
Mo
Stop playing.
money.
Yo, I caught Momo yesterday about
we
the
got
live
John
y'all did
Muhammad in the
yesterday.
building. You late, nigga. You late, John. You late. Now we gotta see some
John's
shit.
here. I want to hear John Momo exchange again.
What? Wait a minute. Hold up. You said you caught Momo yesterday. What? Finish your thought.
Oh, I said
Momo
I called John. I said I called John.
I'm not talking to you, King. Be quiet.
Oh.
She's talking to Matt.
No. I heard the exchange yesterday. It was, it was a good exchange yesterday between y'all.
Oh, so you feeling me, huh? You feeling me?
Well, I'm feeling Ja, but I hear what you're saying too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo, John, let me ask you something.
But Ja was writing these down.
John, let me ask you something. Yo, John, check this out. You know that boy Reggie Wright Jr. did a statement. He testified in Keefe D's grand jury hearing. Remember he kept saying he knew that Keefe D was going to jail? The reason the nigga knew, because he testified in grand jury statement. He knew they had the charges already. They supposed to build the charges on him. Now listen what this nigga say right here. Listen what this nigga say right here, yo.
He ain't built for no penitentiary right now.
Man, there's been some big news all over the internet this week. And I had to call somebody I know that's really close to the situation that can speak on it. Mr. Reggie Wright Jr. is on the phone. How you doing, man?
Oh, respect. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
I know it's not guaranteed to be invited on other people's platforms. So it's a blessing and an honor to be invited over to your platform, brother.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. So I kind of want to just jump in, man, because I've been watching Bomb First, your platform, on YouTube for quite a little while now. You know what I mean? I've been watching it, kind of keeping abreast of all the stuff that y'all got going on over there. And I remember one video that I seen that you kind of called in and said, "Hey, they gonna get Keefe D, man." How did you know, how did you know that they were going to eventually come and get him, arrest him?
I knew that they were talking to people. People talk, and they come knocking on people's doors. And so when they re-energize or when they get active on something like that, and 26, well, it's probably 25 years later, 27 years later now, but at the time they started knocking on the doors, it was about 25, 24 years later. And they wouldn't be wasting their resource and their money if they didn't think that they had something new.
Okay. So this case has been, I guess, reopened for at least about a year or so, huh?
Well, if you listen to the press conference, they admitted that they reopened the case in about 2018.
Oh, so that's almost 5 years ago.
Correct.
Wow. Okay. Damn. Now, I heard something on the internet this morning that I want to get your opinion on. I heard Whack 100 say something about that if Keefe D already snitched once, that he's gonna snitch again, and it's probably gonna be on Puff. What you think about that?
Well, see, that just don't make no sense. I mean, he can go and snitch on anybody he wants. You gotta have proof. Just because somebody snitch and tell or say something, gotta be something more to tie a person to it. So Puff ain't worried about that. You know, as long as Puff don't ever show his face or show no hands or talking with him or having some type, even if you have a relationship, that's just like Suge Knight said in jail and say, oh yeah, Reggie Wright killed so and so, or Reggie Wright did that. Just because you say something and you got a relationship and know somebody, that's not enough in the court of law to have somebody convicted. And I'm glad we live in a judicial system like that. Now, if they go in,
Bro, you
investigate
so
Puff
so
before
full of shit.
the last check that Keefe
You hear
D
what he
tried to
said?
say that Von Zip supposedly
Nah, hold on, hold on.
they find that. Then they
Yeah,
go,
What he said?
he basically
Go
said
ahead.
he loving the court system. That way you can, long as you don't make no reactions or move or run your mouth, you all right. He said, thank God for the judicial system.
Yo, we gotta do something about these fucking rats, bro. We gotta do something about these rats, man. I gotta be done with these rats, man.
They're infesting, clogging up sewers and shit. They're doing all types of shit.
Clogging up the streets. They're clogging up the streets, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, we gotta do something about these rats. But yo, John, you heard that right? Why don't you hear this right here? This is what this nigga said. He said in videos, he said there was never no use of no two-way walkie-talkies. What's that shit called? What's that?
Nextel.
The Nextel
What
phone.
Nextel?
The chirp. He
Yeah,
said back
Nextel
then
was
it
up.
wasn't. He said the chirp didn't work with the Nextel phone yet. And guess what he said? I'm gonna show you what he said in the grand jury. Hold on. I'm gonna show you what he said in the grand jury right now. He said the next time they didn't work on the chirp yet, right? But this is what he said in the grand jury statement. Here we go. Let's go back to it. Hold on.
Nextel radios, but they didn't have the walkie-talkie. Nextel radios do when he heard the got him over the radio. Listen to him say it.
And what he claimed to happen, the Nextel radios weren't even able to do at the particular time.
While I was working at 662, I heard something over the Nextels that we all carry for security. What I heard was God.
But ironically and interestingly enough, when Reggie the Wright Jr. testified for the grand jury, he said that the Nextel radios had the walkie-talkie feature as well as a phone radio. When he's saying that Frank Alexander didn't contact him.
Yeah.
Boom.
Hey, Born, I can show you something, Born. You're going to laugh,
This
bro.
guy is a compulsive liar. He cannot be trusted. His credibility.
What's up?
Actually, Nextel did function back then because it wasn't to the public. You had to have what they call a business account fleet.
Yeah, facts.
And when you're on that business account fleet, security, police details, they had Nextels back then. And if you give me a second, I'm gonna actually show and prove it because, as you know, a lieutenant in the nation, I've had Nextels for almost 27, 28 years. As a matter of fact, that's how I originally got on Nextel because Nextel was through Nortel Networks that was operating through the airspace of Sprint. and
Yeah.
Sprint PCS at the time.
Let's go.
And
I had Nextel back then, so I know.
yeah. Well, what I'm about to show you is the original Nextel. That it's funny. I kept these phones all of these years, bro. Through the generations of Nextel, and been functioning with Nextel. As a matter of fact, brothers on details in the industry, security, bodyguards and security details in the industry had Nextels. And give me 1 second.
All right, let's go.
Trying to get it done, All right, here we go. As you know, I don't mind this.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me blow John. Hold on. Solo layout.
This is the original Nextel, bro, from 1995. This is how they looked. It was a cell phone that looked similar to the Motorola, original cell phone, what we call the flip phone. This is the second and third generation Nextel, and this is matter of fact, that's the second generation, and this is the third generation. This is the Sprint PCS that they had at that time. So now Nextel was functioning and Nextel was working at that time. Now, if he tried to rescind that statement, that he's telling a damn lie. Period.
He tried to say before he said it wasn't working. Now he said it is working.
Yeah, he telling a lie because it was working then because we had them, and I just showed you the original Nextel, and niggas in the industry had them too, bro. I was a manager in the industry, but security in the industry.
Like I said, I had one. I had one back then anyway.
Yeah. Def Jam had them. Because Def Jam had the small little walkie-talkies initially, and then when Nextel came out, that was the first time I went to Russell Simmons used to have his Christmas party every year, and that was the first time I went to a Russell Simmons Christmas party that was held on the West Coast. The brothers had the Nextels, and we were like, "Yo, what are those?" We didn't know what they were. They looked like a cell phone, but they were all chirping and beeping on. So, no sir, he can't say that they didn't have them because they was functioning then, and you can only get it through a business account. So if you had a business account, which we call a fleet account, then you can have a Nextel. The brothers in the nation got them in '96, but prior to that, we had the handheld walkie-talkies, the small 2-mile walkie-talkies, 2-mile radius walkie-talkies, and they had business accounts had the Nextel. Yeah. So now he shouldn't have said that. You could easily prove it, especially people that keep evidence or receipts, as they said, like myself.
Yeah, I see. Because I don't know nobody who got a suitcase full of fucking phones.
Hey, you already know.
Look, I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to hang up.
Yeah. Not only do I keep a suitcase full of phones, you feel me? Not only do I keep a suitcase full of phones, if you notice, in that same case, what's in there with the phones.
Well, I know that. Okay, lose my number.
Y'all crazy now. Y'all crazy.
It's just that's no problem. That's no problem, my sister. But like I said,
don't get mad. Don't get mad.
I ain't getting mad. You see what I took out of? You see what I took out of that same case? It's right next to those same phones. It ain't nothing but real around here. Believe me, 100%. What I tell you.
I didn't see what you took it out, so I don't know what you're talking about.
No, hey, look. Ain't no shame in my game, bro. Everything I do is 100%.
Hold on. I see. Let me see. What was it in? Let me see.
You see what that say right next to it? You see what they say right next to it? And people
the
don't keep,
bullets.
yeah. People don't keep that like that. Yeah, people don't keep that like that unless you're real with what I do. And believe me, I'm real in every step, every
That's a
step.
businessman.
However,
Businessman.
if you function on history, which I function on history, there's a lot of things that I keep from that period and that time. If
Yeah.
two homes of mine burned down, I had, hundreds of pictures from that time. My brother still has the pictures that I had. So there's a lot of evidence for all of the shit that niggas be saying that be lying about. I got a lot of receipts, especially in the music industry.
Right.
No, it's good though. It's good to keep those things because
I
look,
start
you
keeping
can
Yeah,
look
receipts
back.
too.
because real talk, if I wouldn't have had that, I couldn't show and prove that they had that then. And if you look at these phones, and you go back, you'll see those phones are from the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
got a
I said it.
Nextel phone with a singular chip. Any problem you can link with me. Remember when Buju Banton went to jail? He just
Yes,
called
sir.
him on the
Yes, sir.
Nextel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, boy, you remember the fatback phones, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. The gray ones, the gray motherfuckers.
Yeah.
The gray with
Hey,
the little flip on them.
hey, look, that's what this is. See, you take it out of the case, it's the fatback phone. You feel me? This is from mid 90s. You feel me? The other ones was from the early 90s. Yeah,
That's it.
it's no, and it's funny, right? Look, this is a Motorola made after that image, that same phone made after the same design, and the gray one came out in '92. So they've been having it. So I don't know what he's talking about. He be telling lies.
Yeah. He said the walkie-talkie part didn't work on him. I'm like, you're full of shit. Why would they have the
Yeah,
walkie-talkie if it didn't work, nigga? Knock it off.
well, look, there go the walkie-talkie button right there.
That's what I'm
See
saying.
that
Why would they
button
have
right
the
there?
walkie-talkie
Yeah,
button
yeah.
if it didn't work?
Your power button was on the front face of the phone. The walkie-talkie button is right here.
On
And
the side.
the screen allowed you to press in the codes that was to the other phones in the network. So he could say what he said. He couldn't say that in front of me because I call him a bold-faced lie, nigga. And that means if you lying about that, you lying about a whole lot of other shit that you said before and after what you said.
Nigga been lying, man. That's what we call him Reggie the Wright Jr.
Facts. Well, my aunt used to always say, man, you get a person talking long enough behind the lie and you'll see the truth. So just keep them talking. See?
That's right.
You keep them talking, you'll see the truth. And that goes for cheating niggas on their women and women cheating on their men.
It goes for everybody. Oh, please.
That's right.
See, you gotta
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah.
You gotta stop. You try to get off topic. How about this? How about you got
No, I love you, my queen. I love you, my queen. I was just joking.
Let me ask you a question. Do you got any
Yeah.
beepers? You got beepers in the suitcase? Where's the beepers?
Actually, no. Actually, no. But I did have a beeper. I lost it in the fire. I did have a beeper. I had a Sky. Remember the Sky page? Where it was the
The
first
sky
It was,
pages.
it was the first text joint. It was 140 characters you could put on there.
Oh my God.
It was like Twitter
That
before
was the
Twitter.
shit
Word
right
up.
there.
That's where they
That
got
was
Twitter
the
from.
thing.
You feel me? Yeah. You
He
feel
know
me?
all
So
the specifics. He know all the specifics. You know what I know? All I know is mine was purple, and I loved it.
no, it's just, look, I've been doing this shit for a long time, man. Literally since I was a young man, man. So like I tell dudes, man, I've been in the industry since late '92, early '93. I worked for Def Jam in '93. I was hired by Bad Boy in '96. So I toured with both of them intermittent. So know they business all the way up until 2001.
Right.
So believe me when I tell you, shit is real. And a lot of people speaking like other people forgot. That's the problem. Like niggas like Reggie and them, they talking like we all died. Like those of us that was there died. We ain't died, man. All of us, most of us still alive. See, and I wanna let my brothers and sisters know, we can pay attention to what's happening with the Pac investigation. They already knew this shit back when Pac got killed. which is why most of us is like, yo, this shit is a distraction for something bigger that they're keeping us from. Because we knew all of this shit back then when Pac got killed, and Keefe D, he didn't pull no triggers. So I'm trying to figure out how they gonna prove that his alignment or association with the situation, which is why, at this point he like, hey, lock me up and we gonna see. However, with niggas like Reggie out there, boy,
Reggie,
they
ready to
can make,
tell.
yeah, they can make anything. You feel me? They can
Reggie,
make
I'll
anything.
tell on this nigga. Reggie the Wright Jr. said, I'll tell on this nigga.
But let me ask a question. Everybody on here, well, I don't know about everybody. I've been through a lot. I've done a lot. My family has done a lot. And I know the no snitching rule in the street. But if you are a cop, I just want to know how you feel about if I'm a FaceTime for anything, or do I just tell on street niggas? Why not?
Yeah, it's a difference between being a witness and a snitch. A lot of us now get it confused.
No,
Witnesses,
no. Okay, I'm gonna let you finish. Go
We're
ahead.
talking about the dirty cops, man. We're talking about the dirty cops.
right?
Reggie Wright was a dirty
What,
cop, and then he was a dirty
what,
cop. Oh, listen. He was a dirty cop, and then he retired and started selling drugs. So right now, you ain't a civilian, and you ain't no cop. So you're supposed to stand to the same code that street niggas stand to.
No,
well,
you're always gonna be a cop. When you get in them
yeah,
bars,
yeah,
you're always gonna be a cop.
yeah. I'm about to say, and he was a snitch. If you're a dirty cop, that makes you a criminal. You're in the game. You're
Exactly.
held up under that same code.
But it
So
doesn't
you're,
know
so
you're
you're,
not, because when you go to jail, people who don't even know you or know nothing about you, they're gonna know that you used to be a cop. That's it. So I'm not trying to
well,
go to jail. If I
yeah,
was a
yeah.
dirty cop, which I would have been, and if and if I got busted for anything and ended up behind bars, I'm gonna tell you this: I've been in the street a long time, and I know a lot of people in the street to this day. But if you offer me a deal, if I was a cop, I might take it to snitch. I might. I'm just telling you the truth, because I don't want to
Ain't no,
go.
ain't no Mike, ain't no Mike,
You
ain't
already
no
said you
Mike
gonna
to
take
it.
it. With your little red
Yeah,
I don't
ass.
want to
yeah.
go. I don't
I'll
want
put
to
your
go with
whiskers on you.
the cop.
I'll put some
The
whiskers
cop.
on your ass.
No, I'm not. I don't want to go with the cop on my back. If I was just a regular person, then whatever. I'm just saying. But with a cop, everybody know I was a cop, and you know how they treat cops in there. So come on, you would take it too. You would snitch to your talk. Everybody
No,
at
man. I do my damn time.
Yeah,
you still would be a cop
yeah,
though.
when you a cop, you can't see yourself doing time. See,
You don't
that's the
want to do
point.
no time.
Yeah, you ain't gonna see yourself doing time. You like, look, plus a dirty cop already know what it is. If you're a dirty cop, you already connected to the street. It takes a
Right.
lot to be a dirty cop, man. And like the sister said, hey, look, you don't want to go to jail with that, but you got to remember when you're a dirty cop, you was benefiting people in the street too. So you were part of that world too.
Yeah, I'm
So
a
it's a
part of
whole
the
different
world. So
mentality.
the world that I'm a part of, they ain't gonna mess with me. But when I get in there's a whole bunch of other motherfuckers that don't even fucking know me. All they know is I'm a cop or was a cop, and here I am. They
Yeah,
don't
well,
know what I was
stand on
doing
it.
when I
Well,
was looking out for the
you
hood.
took that
They don't
Stand
know
you
on
took
what
it.
I
that
was doing.
risk when you started
Yeah,
becoming a dirty
stand
cop.
on
You
it.
took that risk. You know what I'm saying? What?
But that's the point I'm
Same way niggas in the
asking.
streets
That's
snitch.
the point I'm asking. That I'm telling you that, yo, I might give up a couple of people to stay out of the bitch.
Matter of fact, if you're a dirty cop, you shouldn't snitch even more because
Right.
you know you can get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you're a dirty cop and you snitching on the op, if you snitching on the opposition, then that's an honorable thing amongst the crew that you're in. Because the
Yeah,
purpose
that's
of
the
you being
thing.
a dirty cop, yeah, the
But
purpose of you
that's
being a dirty cop is to
Right.
benefit somebody, another team. You feel me? So whatever that team, when you in jail with that team, that's your crew in jail.
But a
See,
snitch
so
is a
it's
snitch. A snitch is a snitch. And once you land your ass in jail, that's it. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm gonna tell on the people I was working with. I could tell on somebody on a whole other side of town, because cops know everything. They don't. So I'm just gonna feed what I need to feed to keep my ass out of jail. And that's because I don't want to go to jail as a fucking cop.
Yes, universal snitches are universal.
Okay, so exactly. So wouldn't you shut your mouth and not say nothing? Would you go?
That's right.
I'm
You know what
telling you,
saying?
if I could take my chances, if I don't say nothing, I'm going to jail. If I do say something, I might not, and that's why you got snitches.
If you
That's
do
how
say,
snitches.
if
Look,
you do
that's how
say something,
snitches was
if you do
created.
say something, you also might get shot.
Yeah,
That's different.
but once you're a dirty cop and you're being questioned, you already chose your side. Because if you're under the investigation of the actual police or at that level the FBI, then you've already been accused and seen as a criminal.
Right.
Period. And that's the point of that's the value of a cop. If you're a cop that's on the inside of another
Yeah,
crime
exactly.
faction or organization, that organization protects you because you're the most valuable thing to the organization.
Hey,
So
hey,
if I'm
boy. See,
hustling,
so we got to stop these. We got to stop this whole rat thing. See, I'm out here right now mentioning all these kids, so they don't have to be a rat.
That's right. Long as you
I
be good, you
mention
don't have to be a rat.
I mention hundreds and hundreds of kids, so they don't have to be no rats.
Long as you mix them, they don't gotta be no rat. They good.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
and we got to look at like Reggie. That definition fits him because a rat snitches, but a rat job is even more prominent than a snitch. A rat is on the inside dismantling something without being seen, like a rat in your house. He's doing a whole
Yeah.
lot of damage behind those
Yesterday even
walls,
helped me
and you
out,
don't
man.
know he in there until you come out. And when he come out, it's sometimes hard to catch you. So you have to have the right bait to catch the rat.
That's why you gotta get the
Or the
cat.
snitch is already
You gotta
on
get
the
the
scene.
kitty cat. The kitty cat to catch the rat. My cat catch all my mice I had. Get him. As soon as I move to Philly, I got me a
So
cat.
you saying how to catch these street dudes? Just put a kitty cat in front of them.
And put some pussy in front of him.
There you go.
Well, you already know Pussy been the downfall of every great man that was corrupt.
Oh boy, here we go.
Nah, sis, that's the actual fact. The weakness of man is a woman.
That
Yeah,
snappy nappy dugout,
yeah.
dog.
If you really want to get to a man or make a man weak or corrupt a man's kingdom, you go through his woman, and that's real. So,
Uh-oh,
like you
Momo
said,
about to get you, dog.
No,
no,
Momo
no,
know he
no,
telling
no,
Momo know he
no.
telling the
She
truth.
she know she as a woman, she know I'm telling the truth because that's a woman's power, persuasion. You
You,
best believe
you
that.
know,
And I don't know no man that ain't been weak to no woman.
you know, you're right. We do
Yeah, I've
have
been caught out
a
there
power.
before, so I know.
We do have a
Right.
power, and you are absolutely right about that. But why y'all keep fucking it up and making us
Yeah,
mad?
well, I mean, it's how you wield
Yeah,
power
see,
that makes
that's
it
it. Cause
powerful.
you want to be in everybody fucking pussy. Stop it.
Yeah, well, no. Often that's not often
Yeah,
how it
yeah,
happens.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's not often how it happens. If you can get
Yo,
the
men
woman
are
to
conquerors,
deviate,
man. We're
if you
supposed to
can get
be.
the woman to deviate, then that's where the weakness comes in at.
Whatever. Now we make y'all weak, but y'all want to be in everybody. So you taking your chances going from what? Oh, this is my kryptonite. You want to go here and there and there and there. Why don't you stay one fucking place? You don't have to worry
But
about being.
yo, y'all ladies make us weak, man. If y'all wasn't putting out like that,
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. No, it's not.
you gotta keep the
If
willpower.
I felt that somebody had the power to, or people, not just somebody, because clearly I don't give a fuck. If I saw that some people, because of the way that they built,
Oh.
no,
Not
let
just,
me finish, please. If I felt
I was talking about it. You
if
go
I
crazy.
felt, if I felt that there was something that I was addicted to that made me weak, I would just stay with one. Why y'all be fucking mad bitches at the
I
same
don't know.
time?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't do
Yeah,
that
sis.
shit.
Yeah,
Black
sis.
men no
That
cheat,
like
sis.
like
You talking about you gonna
I got
say
a
you don't
question.
know. You gotta say you don't know because you don't wanna talk like this other motherfucker was ratting himself out. But I'm telling you, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You
Sis,
Nigga, my
every
name is
king,
Bennett and I ain't in it.
every king that fell because of his queen didn't have his queen sitting at his side. So when you don't function under that authority, first is the king that protects the queen. So you put knowledge before wisdom to bring about a proper understanding. And when men understand, they don't violate. If that queen removes herself or is removed from that king's side, that opens him up for deviation and deceit.
So you're
So
saying that
naturally,
men cheat because women fuck up. That's what I'm
no,
hearing.
no, 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 no,
Oh,
no.
oh, oh,
Men,
oh, oh.
men,
Men don't
men,
cheat.
men cheat. Men cheat
Oh,
for the lack of discipline.
Black men don't cheat.
Black men don't cheat.
Now y'all
If a
doing
man
too
has a
much.
lack of discipline, then of course that man is found in violation. But if a
Black
man
men do
is
not cheat.
disciplined,
You might believe that in your heart because that's what you do. But I know you have friends and comrades and homeboys, and you already know what it is. So
I
stop
don't
playing.
hang around guys that mistreat their women.
Yeah, you do.
No, I do
nah.
not.
Let me tell you something, sis. Like brother King Born is called Bully the Bully. That's where I've gotten most of my women from. Beating niggas up that's been abusive to their women. So it's that's real. So believe me when I tell you, it's upstanding men out here. The problem is women run into a lot of low down males, and that distorts their vision or ability to identify the real man.
Amen. Say amen. Church say amen.
Oh, be
Amen,
quiet.
church. Can the church say amen?
Church, tabernacle.
Yeah, we just have to have discipline in everything we do. The greatest crime factions, like Frank Matthews, he's the greatest that did it and never got away with it because he abstained a real discipline and he had no social weaknesses. So when we look at Frank Lucas versus him, it's a whole total different history, and we can see what's weak.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something, and this is why I have the attitude I have. I've had more men friends than women all
Right.
day, and I hear y'all talk, and I see how y'all move, and everybody like I'm the home girl boy, so they talk to me about shit, they do shit, I've seen it, and that's why I'm talking about it. And you want to talk about no, we never did none of that. You lying? I've
What
seen it.
what what none of us said that we never did. What we
You
saying
said
we
we
aren't
don't.
those men. Yeah, we saying we aren't those men. And the same men that you've
Now,
been around, if you've been around some good men, at least a few of those men, or one of the three or four of those men, was an upstanding man.
yes,
And upstanding men are found correcting other men because you're not gonna be around me and you weak to women, bro. You can't be in my circle because you kill, you violate and expose us to the
Big
bullshit
facts,
through
Ja.
your weaknesses.
so
See,
you're
when you
saying
got that nigga that chase women, he ain't no good. My uncle used to always tell me if you chase money, women will always chase you. You chase women, you'll never have any money. And that's the truth.
okay, so you're saying that the people that you've known growing up, your homies,
Yes.
or the ones who do bad, you just cut them off. Don't talk to me no more because I know you fucking. Oh yeah, bitch, you're doing her wrong. That's what you're saying.
Nope.
When you grew up
No.
as a man, like for real, you only have people in your circle who's just as good as you.
Yes, I have people equal to me. If not, they're a weakness.
Okay, how about everybody else? Everybody else quiet. They be like, oh, so let me shut up.
Nah, me, I'm gonna be honest. The only friends I got is the friends you see on the phone on this live right here now. Male friends.
Yeah.
And maybe a couple other.
Okay, so that's one, two. Where the rest?
The rest were home with their wives.
No, I mean the people on the panel. I don't hear nobody else say nothing.
Nah, but we can say the same thing about y'all. You know what I'm saying?
No,
As you grow.
don't twist the narrative like y'all
Oh,
like to
sure.
say.
She don't like to twist the narrative, huh?
No, I just want to answer to my question.
We asked you
I
a
got I
question.
got I got something to add to the court to the as an answer,
We
my
can't
sis.
add to
We're,
anything until we
we're,
finish
we're,
asking and answering the question.
no. This is the answer to the question.
See, he's a cheater.
I'm not a cheater. I'm giving you an answer. See, and you're only
He
a
don't
cheater
have to
until you get.
cheat.
You're
He
only
don't
a
have to
cheater
cheat.
until
He can have
you're only a
multiple
cheater
wives.
until you get caught. See, see that's another factor. See, so you talk about men that move methodically. I keep my circle of mine small like a dime. Only 10 pennies can get in, and I can count them on every finger. That's the rule of life. Anything else is something else.
Answer,
Would you
please.
pull up your girl if she was cheating though? Would you tell her, yo, you acting like a hoe?
Huh?
Ah.
No, I didn't hear what you said. No, first of all, you didn't answer the question. Second of all, I got hoes. I got friends that's hoes. I do. And I tell them that all the time. We too old to be hoeing. That's it.
Well, I got girlfriends as hoes too, I guess.
But everybody gotta do what they gotta do and
do
get them what they gotta get. And I'm not mad at nobody. I just feel and
It comes
the
down to
sexual
ethics.
part that I don't know how y'all just do
Yeah.
that.
Don't do nothing bad around that chick that's a hoe.
I can't do nothing. I can't do nothing worse than what she do.
No.
I'm not
When you
even
do
built
something,
like that.
when you do something bad around that chick that's a hoe, she's weak for the game. So another man can come in and tempt her to betray you.
Yeah.
Play chess, baby, not checkers.
Look,
All
I
right,
don't
all
know.
right,
I
y'all.
don't know
All
how to
right,
deal
y'all.
with it.
I gotta end this live, yo. This is a dope live. Been over 3.5 hours. We hit some points.
Yeah.
Now let's get up out of here, yo.
Yeah,
Yo,
All right,
peace to
peace,
everybody.
y'all.
Peace.
Salute,
Peace to the
salute,
gods
peace.
and earth, to
Salute,
the
salute.
kings and queens, and born
Already.
universe. Peace.